Okay.
Stuff is working.
No.
We are live with the T5S2 Pod 32 finals today. Let me know if the audio sounds okay. I know it was a little quiet yesterday.
And the Assault Intercessors are going into Deep Strike, I believe.
Player mics down a little bit. They seem like they're pretty loud.
Cool.
But happy Friday, everybody. I hope you are all ready to go.
Yeah, I probably do.
About to ask if this was new detachments. Wait, is it? It's Chaos Daemons versus Space Wolves here, chat. I'm a little quiet.
Cool.
I will turn myself up, chat. I don't understand audio. It makes no sense.
So have you've deployed your nerve over that? Okay, so I am going to deploy my. Let me just get my measuring stick.
All right, chat. Let me know how that sounds. Turn myself up quite a bit. Hope that sounds okay.
Yeah, fine.
But we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be watching the Pod 32 finals. This is Chaos Daemons, Demetrios, aka King Kong Fury, over here on the red side of the table with some Chaos Daemons, some very spicy demons with a Kairos Fate Weaver in there. In fact, versus Adeptus Astartes Space Wolves, run by Lifebane, over here on the appropriate blue side of the table.
I believe they should not be within.
Let's talk about the list real quick. Now we are pre Grotzmas detachments chats. Pod 33 launched.
Yeah, there's no direct line unless you come out.
I think well before the December update. Yeah, it was November 30th, in fact. So before any of the Grotzmas detachments dropped. So this is Old Hammer 40k. So Chaos Demons do retain their 3-inch deep strike, which will be nice for them. You know, they get one last hurrah with that super 3-inch ability. Playing some succinct snake jazz. What does succinct jazz sound like? What are the the sounds of a succinct jazz band? Let's talk about the list real quick. Exclamation point lists in chat as normal. We'll start with the Space Wolves because they're on the top. We are running Champions of Rush today over on the side of the table for Lifebane. He's running Bjorn the Fell-Handed, Loken Grimnar, Ragnar Blackmane, a Judiciary, and a Lieutenant. Okay. Pretty classic combination of characters. I think Bjorn the Fell-Handed and Loken Grimnar windmill slams into basically any Space Wolves list of any detachment. They are incredible. Ragnar Blackmane is going to be hanging out with a Lieutenant as well inside a Bloodclaw squad, giving that unit advance and charge. Notice that Lieutenant that's attached in there has the Frost weapon, so additional strength and AP on that guy. The Judiciary, on the other hand, is going to be rocking with a unit of 6 Blade Guard veterans. This guy's running Black Death to get anti-monster, anti-vehicle 4. He has baked in devastating wounds on his weapon, on his relic blade, so he's going to be automatically dealing that devastating damage on a 4+. Altogether, pretty good. Sometimes you see this combination on Space Marine captains, especially inside intercessor assault squads. Those guys are pretty effective.
That's going in here.
With their wound rerolls. We have less access to wound rerolls in this case for the Judiciary, but we can get him hit rerolls of 1 thanks to the Blade Guard veteran sort of inbuilt rule. They're also fairly tanky, so they want to be playing a little aggressively, and the Judiciary giving them fight first lets them swing before anything coming into them, so that's going to be pretty scary for any of these guys jumping in.
Gotta go in here.
Six chest just hisses. It slithers right into your eardrums, right? In addition to that, so we have an Intercessor squad. These guys are going to have the depowered bolters for now. They do have objectives secured, so they're going to be able to lock in that home objective on turn 1, but they don't get their double bolter shots that they will in more recent games. We're also running 5 Jump Pack Assault Intercessors alongside that Blade Guard Veteran squad, a 5 Model Infiltrator squad. We can see infiltrating up in the center of the table here. And then 3 units of 10 Wolfen, in addition to a Ballistus Dreadnought and a Gladiator Lancer. So a little bit of shooting in the back line of the list there, and a ton of melee presence from those Wolfen. Kind of banking on the Marine Infantry to hold down the objectives. Wolfen obviously coming in at that OC0, but that'll be fine, I think, into these demons. Most of the time, Wolfen will kill most of the demon stuff that they find on an objective, so them having OC0 matters a little less. With that, we'll move over to King Kong Fury's list.
Wolfen.
aka Demetrios. Rocking Chaos Demons in a demonic incursion. The other detachments were not available for this pod. This includes Bellicor, Scarbrand, a Great Unclean One, Lord of Change, and Kairos Fateweaver. So Bellicor here is going to project that aura to protect his army, make it impossible to shoot them outside 18 inches. He also gives you the universal aura of Shadow of Chaos, allowing you to deep strike much more easily. And as we should remember that he can still 3-inch deep strike for now, until the end of this game, essentially, because the rules were locked in at the start of this event. We have Endless Gift in the Great Unclean One, so that's Ed. Endless Ed over there. He's impossible to kill. No one will ever be able to fell him. He will survive anything. Literally anything. We also have the Lord of Change rocking the Everstave, so additional strength and range on his weapons. And then Scarbrand as a melee counterpunch. Pretty interesting pick. Scarbrand is pretty classic, I think. The downside, obviously, of all the core demons is that they have a very limited access to re-roll their attacks in any way, hit or wound. Nothing really gets re-rolled on him. However, the Scarbrand is rocking the 6 flat damage melee attack. So anything that he's able to get through is basically gonna trash whatever he's hitting. As long as he's not, going into something with a ludicrous wounds count or invulnerable saves, he will probably be able to kill it. So I think Scarbrand, oftentimes included in this list, is a little bit of a melee counterpunch. He can use it to dissuade enemies from getting too close to you and engaging you. He also can, you can deliver him using Bellicor on a single hard target and blow it up. He's not very defensive, so he'll die very quickly once he's committed, but he does get to do that damage once per game, essentially. We then have the 2 Lords of Change. Obviously, we talked about the Everstave guy, but we are rocking Kairos Fateweaver here as well, who's an interesting choice. A lot of Chaos Demons lists are rocking this guy. The downside, obviously, is that Kairos is not really bringing that strong of a ranged attack, but he does bring a CP tax aura and a little bit of CP regeneration for Chaos Demons, which is something that the faction sorely needs. It tends to be redeploying and uppy-downying its units constantly, and so the ability to regenerate CP when you're doing that on things like your Screamers or your Pink Horrors or even the Lords of Change themselves is a big deal. And it does make the Demon game plan a little bit more consistent when we come into the late game. It also gives you a little bit of indirect fire, so you can poke at your opponent in the early game. Although realistically, he averages like 1 dead Space Marine every time he shoots. It's not, it's not a very good gun. It's really bad. In fact, his gun sucks. Following that up, we have a ton of utility in order to score very consistently. That includes 2 units of 3 Nurglings, a unit of 10 Pink Horrors, a unit of 10 Plague Bearers, and a unit of Flamers, as well as 2 units of 3 Screamers. These are depowered Screamers, by the way. They're not the anti-tank Screamers that we have now. They are just the Strength 6 AP 2 damage Screamers. And those are the lists, folks. Should get a I should get a prediction up so that we can vote for our favorite player. Thanks for the subscriptions. Potato Salad 607, D&D Dominant, an anonymous gifter has gifted those over. I appreciate that very much. I'm kind of interested in playing some Chaos Demons. I might play some Chaos Demons tonight. I'm not sure. I could edit a video. I recorded a very long video today, chat, but I could edit that, or I could be irresponsible and I could play more 40k. And I haven't decided which one it will be.
Okay.
Well, I believe even you place your lancer here. Let's say here. And you move, let's say 10.
Or I could play more Helldivers. Yeah,
advance and shoot.
I mean, I'm probably playing Helldivers anyway.
I believe this guy.
Almost certainly. Yeah, I'm interested in
here.
In playing Legion of XS, I think. I want to give it a go. I want to see the power. So we might give that a go. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So it'd be that line there.
Are we worried about Bellicor being shot right now?
Not going to be any way to shoot you through there. So the only way really to shoot at him is going to be through.
That's Bellicor. What?
Yeah, you have to go here, given that.
I could get more gifted subs to play the new Imperial Knights. Listen, chat. I'll do it. Can we set a goal?
Yeah, so I could move. It's 8 inches from there.
All right.
You would be able
Oh, we can set a goal.
18,
I was gonna set it to 20. Let's set it to
There's
18.
no way I'm going to be able to shoot him.
yeah.
So it's fine.
Let's see if this works.
Well, I'm just going to put the.
I've never done this before.
This is going there. Over to you.
Okay. Of course. How much does he move? He goes.
He goes out.
No, the goal tool requires that I set a goal of 100 subs. How would I do that? What? Oh, is it total? Oh, I think it means total subs. All right. I've never used this tool before, chat. All right, cool. I did it. I've done it.
Да.
Okay. And
I will pick out of there.
Prediction is up, folks, by the way.
Lancer's going there. That's me deployed.
Playing a game called Path of Akra. Pretty fun roguelike. That sounds cool. Have a good roguelike. So the nice thing about Be'lakor in this matchup is that it is a tough matchup for Chaos Demons. Chaos Demons do tend to have a little bit of a struggle with high armor save factions, especially ones with Armor of Contempt available to them. Their shooting tends to bounce, or at least not entirely wipe enemy units, and because you have such a low activation count, they can struggle to like sort of complete that. We are working with unnerfed Armor of Contempt as well, so it will affect units for their entire phase.
You cannot get a kill from him. First one, with the lancer with him, because even if he's here,
18-inch. So 17, 18. I would have to move him right out in the middle, so he'd have to be there. He moved 8. Yeah, unless I spend a CP to advance and shoot, I can't.
you can advance and shoot with him, okay. But only one unit. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter, one unit.
The only person who will be able to get into shooting range of him is Bjorn.
Yeah, okay, he's one guy, has...
one guy and he's got a last cannon.
One last cannon.
Las Cannon Bjorn, not multi-multi
Cool.
Bjorn. Interesting today.
Right. Roll for
Do you see the sub goal? That's a good question. I've never used this before, so I don't know.
I roll a 4. So I'm going first.
What?
Okay, cool. Good
And
luck.
that is
Black.
Space Wolf's taking the first turn here.
Right, so...
Let's start the game.
Right, so these Wolfen are going to advance. I'll draw my cards. So we've got... Defend I can't do, so that needs to be recycled. So I've got Establish Locus.
Oh, great draw on turn 1 here.
Recover assets.
So recover assets, establish locus, 2 action secondaries that especially Space Marine lists
So
typically don't have the resources to be able to complete accurately. So one thing that Marine lists often will do is recycle action secondaries as the game goes on, but it looks like right now we're just going to rip basically half of those out of the deck on turn 1 here, and probably have a pretty good chance of completing them. We have the Infiltrators in a good spot, and we can probably cycle one of these other units outside of the deployment zone in order to try to complete the second one too. Take a quick peek at reserves here. We do have a Logan Grimnar and a unit of Jump Pack Assault Intercessors in Deep Strike alongside a strategic reserving unit of Wolfen for the Space Wolves. Just some utility stuff, Flamers and Screamers. Deep Striking for the Chaos Demons, although obviously the Chaos Demons will be able to redeploy every single battle round and at the end of their opponent's turn. All right. Let's see. I don't know where this goal ends up, so let's look. I hope it doesn't get like masked by the thing.
Right, so that's fine.
Masked by the prediction.
Recovering assets, that's going to be... So they're recovering. Just need to be in... yeah, I can do that. That's fine. Okay, so...
Oh, if you go into if you go into bonus subs, it's like below the stream. You can see the goal. You have to click on it below the viewer. I found it. In the gift page.
Move along.
Yeah. That's a... I wonder if it will get pinned. If it has once the prediction ends.
Can you do me a favor and can you put on deployment zone, please?
Yes.
Well, mystery solved.
Cool. No?
Currently, only votes for Space Wolves right now for the prediction. We got to get those points in there. Get those Tortoise tokens spent, folks. Let's put some votes in for Chaos Daemons. So the one thing that Chaos Daemons do kind of have going for them in this matchup right now is that the Space Wolf list is focused very heavily on Wolfen. Wolfen, as we just mentioned, have very strong armor saves. Or Space Wolves, I should say, in general, have very strong armor saves. Wolfen do not. Wolfen are protected almost entirely by an invulnerable save. So they do suffer pretty significant damage from things like the Lord of Change hammering into them, or from just the random anti-infantry attacks that demons tend to have. They have a lot of like AP1, AP2, just little extra attacks. Scarbrand, for example, has 2d6 flamer shots. The Great Unclean One has his d6+3 flamer attacks. The Pink Horrors have a bunch of little shooting attacks as well. Those will all chip off casualties from the Wolfen squads, and that is going to be pretty helpful for the demons in this matchup. I do think that is a little bit of a benefit that King Kong Fury has right now, is that his opponent's list is maybe not the best keyed to fighting these demon profiles. Having longer range and more, sort of resilient high armor save units is really what you want to be seeing from against Chaos Daemons, at least against his demonic incursion builds.
So these are just gonna tuck up to this wall.
Darren Facelife getting his first pod ever. That's awesome. Yeah, he's made it to the finals. We'll see if he has what it takes to fight against the Chaos Daemons. I think that it should be a good game. This version of Space has a lot of good tools that they can use to fight against these greater demon lists, which I think is going to be pretty key. But obviously, as we said, the advantage is not wholly on the Space Wolves' favor, because those Wolfen will die pretty quickly if the demons get the opportunity.
Here.
Poor guy had to fight Admech on sweeping it with unexploded ordnance. Oh no. Yeah, we've since taken unexploded ordnance out of the pool. So, no more of that. We are on, speaking of primary missions, we should talk about the mission today. We are on Taken Hold today, chat. It is using hidden supply, so that's why we see 4 objectives in the No Man's Land instead of the standard 3. That's a big benefit for Chaos Daemons as well, because in order to unlock their Shadow of Chaos, they now only have to control 2 objectives in the center rather than, 2 objectives out of 4 rather than 2 objectives out of 3. Because they just have to control at least half of the objectives in a zone to spread Shadow of Chaos to that zone. So if they can just place units on these 2 objectives right here, they'll project Shadow of Chaos throughout the entire No Man's Land and get those easy deep strikes and morale buffs. So that's going to be a big deal. No other real special rules for this one. The other one that I think is, it might be on the chopping block for the, in my mission generator, might be Scorched Earth. That's an interesting one. Treat for Inky.
Over there.
Oh, she's napping right now.
He's not.
I'll go get her a treat, champ. Scorched can be nice, but it also provides an immense benefit to the second player. That is
I'm gonna try advancing.
kind of like over and above what the first player can fight against in a lot of situations. A lot of times you can play very cagey as the second player and just do nothing.
So
That's also the case for
I'm in here.
supply drop, but that one has also been removed from the pool currently. Supply drop is a whole can of worms. All right, let me get Inky her treats.
There we go.
She screamed at me for interrupting her beauty sleep.
The end of my turn.
Okay.
So I score establish locus at the end of my turn, and it is recover assets is over to you. So I get 2 for establish locus. Gets discarded and over to you. Your turn.
Adjusting the player microphones real quick here, Chan. Let me know if that sounds okay.
So.
Sounds like Life Bent's a little quiet. Establish locus complete. Recover assets are ongoing.
Denial, okay.
Looks like containment, area denial are draws for King Kong Fury. He elected not to pick up. I wonder if that's a mistake. Because he will only be able to get 1 containment on the current board state. I think that might be
Okay.
that might have been a little whoopsie there, especially since this is a phenomenal drop right now. He could theoretically pin the wolf in with the Nurglings, or at least screen out a Lord of Change from being attacked. The Lord of Change could peek in over here and either get a line to the Wolfen around this corner or in this corner, and drop Bellicor over there to protect them from shooting. And then he gets basically a free round of shooting on the Wolfen and can probably block them from charging with the Nurgling squad. In addition to potentially containing with Bellicor in that move, but it looks like we didn't do that. Area denial is a little bit tough here, especially since his long-range mover is currently the Screamer unit, which I think is what he's going to need to contain with. So this is a very awkward drop without a pickup on turn 1. The other downside that we see is that we have Kairos and the Lord of Change actually pretty far apart currently, so any strats targeting on the Lord of Change wouldn't regenerate CP. One of the benefits, I was mentioning it earlier, but I don't know if I finished my sentiment, but one of the big benefits that Bellicor has in these kind of situations is that he really frees up your deployment. We have a little bit of a kind of an ape of that now in the Grotsmith attachments with the demon's ability to move through walls, but without that, they have to move around walls, but Bellicor allows you to basically position out in the open, at least on turn 1, and be very difficult for your opponent to engage with. And so that lets you play much more aggressively. This sort of Kairos sitting way in the back here is a little defensive, but I imagine he wasn't 100% sure if he wanted to put Bellicor into that spot when he placed Kairos, because Kairos was one of his first drops.
Cool. The Great King will advance.
Is going second balanced out a bit more after the nerf to secret missions? I think it definitely, it's not too bad. But I do think that second it is generally better just based on mission design in a lot of instances. I do feel that competitive lists will have things to do going first or second. Basically, in order for the first versus second dynamic to not be quite as transformative, each player has to construct their list.
I'm taking lethals.
Yeah.
Basically, to begin with.
So oftentimes you'll see players with really strong forward operators or fast units that they can use to take the advantage if they're going first, and that makes the difference a little bit less painful. And then going second, obviously they get the scoring advantage late game, so it's not the end of the world.
Yep.
But you'll often see lists that don't have that sort of construct that will just like fall apart if they go first, for example. Like they move slowly into the middle, their opponent gets to shoot them, and then gets to play really passively and then score a big turn on round 5. So it depends on the I think the faction that you're playing and the list construction, but it does require a lot of forethought. Game you played at Demons against me, definitely missing Bellicor. Yeah, it helps the positioning quite a bit. It's unfortunate that he's not, back in 9th edition, he had every keyword, every Demonic Allegiance keyword. And so he could synergize with any of the sort of Demonic Allegiance buffs. And I wish he still had that. I think that the faction would play a lot more, like a lot better if he was just like sort of he was the Lord Solar Leontis equivalent, right? Where he just has really good synergy with all the detachments. I think that's fine. For an army that's trying to bind together what are essentially 4 distinct factions into a single army, it would be nice to have a little bit of a unifying presence, but it's not. We don't have that now. It's not too bad. He's definitely not. That's not like he's bad in any faction detachment, but if he had access to their stratagems, that would be huge. Like the inability for him to move through walls, for example, I think is going to be problematic.
No. But they do fight first.
They fight, yeah, because of the
Judicia.
Yeah. Go on.
This is an interesting positioning for these Nurglings in the corner here, sort of towards the camera. Fortunately, they can't go through that wall, so they are going to be a little bit stifled right now. It's so interesting on the Space Marine side to see very little in the way of transports for these Space Wolf units. A Rhino would, for this Logan Grimnar squad, would be sweet. These are Blood Claws, so they are a firstborn unit, so they can embark into things like Razorbacks and Rhinos. And the cool thing about them, or I guess Rhinos specifically, because they are 10 models, can't go into Razorback. The cool thing about Rhinos is that they're able to embark Tacticus characters that are attached to firstborn units, so you could actually put this brick into a Rhino, even though it's really big. The Rhino's really small, but that does make it gives it a very impressive threat range. Across the center of the table, 3-inch disembark, plus the ability to move up the table. And it makes it so, or advance and charge up the table. It makes it so that you're not going to be molested by incoming shooting. Like right now, we may see a couple of indirect shots go into that unit. Kairos has Blast, so he could get +2 shooting at the Blood Claws. And those are some high value attacks, because that unit getting +1 attack and strength on the charge means that they're each model that you remove is a lot of potential output, especially against Chaos Daemons, which is a faction that has no armor saves. So those little AP1 strength 4 attacks are actually pretty scary, because as we just heard, the Life Bane's taken the Saga for lethal hits. Jam Wyand in chat, what's up, dude? How's it going? We're watching some Pod 33 finals right now. Let's look at a final prediction outcome, chat. Oh, man. Some people came in with Demons was for 8,000. 7.5k on Demons. Okay.
Actually, I would like Bunsen.
Take that, Space Wolf fans. The chat doesn't believe in you. Updated rankings on T5S2? Yeah, I did a huge update over the week because I had some free time. So if you're wondering where you're at, you can go check them out. But I think also, you've been playing a lot in NC Conroy, and I think that certainly helps too. I don't think I would ascribe it all to buy rounds. Definitely, it is unfortunate that it's a bit unlikely that you'll win off of buy rounds, because you'd have to get players to concede games before they're played. But oftentimes players will want to drop events after they play a game or two and want to change their list, and so sometimes that creates buys as well. So getting like in the top 5 or so of a pod oftentimes can come with a buy round, which is too bad, but that's unfortunately just like sort of an evil of the digital format.
So the action.
These are pre-slate, yeah. This event launched the last day of November, so we were exactly 1 day before Grazos began.
I will have the call overcharge focus. So give 3+6 for 7. Is it blast? Yep.
It is
one
blast.
more. Cool. And
What's my opinion on plasma chainsword minimum Grey Hunter squads?
on force.
That's a very specific question that I don't know if I've considered before.
Push.
I'll be honest,
So
yet.
3.
I don't know if I've looked at the Grey Hunter data sheet in 6 months.
3 down to AP2, so 5s.
Yeah.
So 2
Cool.
damage.
I think.
It's D3.
It's this. Sorry.
So the interesting thing about Grey Hunters
Yeah.
is that you can
Feel
take them in a
okay.
unit of 5, but you can take up to
Take
3 plasma
one.
attacks. You get 2 plasma guns and a pistol.
Okay.
So that is kind of cute.
Shoot.
They are expensive for that, though, and I think in the comparison to Tacticus infantry, they probably lose out.
Yeah, fine. So, cocaine for 3.
Yep.
Like 5 intercessors costs you less points,
Yep.
and it has less valuable attacks, but it has
Because
like
your turn has
literally
ended, I get my
4
3
times
points
as
for
many
recover
attacks,
assets.
right?
I can pass the gun.
Okay, I control 2 objectives.
How much do 5 Hellblasters cost?
So I get 10 primary.
Probably, yeah, 115. Okay. They are much more efficient than Hellblasters for sure, but they don't shoot quite as far.
Overwhelming force and marked for death if you would like to select 3 units.
For my forget.
Yeah.
Cool.
Overwhelming Force is a draw for Lifebane. It looks like we kept the Darklings off this objective, so the only unit that's realistically going to get overwhelmed is these pink horrors.
And the fat one. I agree, clean one.
Yeah, the Greta Clean one's almost always the marked for death pick there. That guy's impossible to kill. Sometimes you pick him as the marked for death target, even if he's in the middle of your opponent's army, because you just want him to try. Go ahead. Roll those dice. Let's see how much damage you do. Now, I think there's an opportunity here if we go into advance and shoot with the Lancer to get a bead onto Scarbrand along this line here. The downside is that he's unlikely to do significant damage to Scarbrand, and then that Lancer almost automatically dies in the crackback. So, Demetrius, or King Kong Fury, is basically like he's kind of threatening his opponent a little bit. He's giving him a little opportunity. Oh, they're looking at it. Ooh, I could shoot my Lancer at you. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's measuring it out. That's what we're looking for. Pinkar is getting overwhelmed as they split and split again. Yeah, I mean, so it depends on how hard Lifebane wants. Oh, boy. Oh, we're going for it, chat. Oh, we're going for it. So math is that even if this Lancer converts both of its attacks... Am I struggling right now? Jesus. Converts both of its attacks into Scarbrand.
Can you measure that, please? No.
Ooh.
Did not really want to be doing this. Right, if you can measure that again, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm in range, therefore I can shoot Scarbrand.
Yeah, so even if the Lancer converts both of its attacks, which is pretty likely thanks to Aquiline Optics.
So your pink horrors, does your ability happen when one dies or at the end of the turn?
No, at the end of the attacks. So if you attack them,
I have to wipe out the entire squad in one thing, otherwise they split.
Correct.
No. But Scarbrand having a 4+ invulnerable save,
Okay.
and we might be sort of offering up this trade
These will
in order to sort of begin the trading game with units that are less valuable. But the Lancer here is not particularly strong in this matchup because you bring the Lancer for its capacity to punch through armor saves, the big AP4 weapons, and the demons having entirely invulnerable saves is not really gonna let it do much damage. Oftentimes, what you do with this thing is just sort of like hang it out in the back and pop shots at stuff that commits into you and hope that you get the damage through. But even if it converts, its maximum damage against Scarbrand is 9. That's not really gonna do much to it. And even if it brackets Scarbrand, he just gets more attacks. So we are just sort of operating this guy up to begin the trading war. Although there's a universe here where the combination of Kairos and the Lord of Change just shoot the Gladiator Lancer to death without committing the remainder of the melee stuff.
I'm sorry?
And then we basically get that guy for free.
To come forward.
It definitely appears so.
No Ulrich of the Blood Claws, Chan, I know. We have the Lieutenant for lethal hits.
Certainly not spending a CP.
Less exciting.
Put it that way.
Still some spice left in Space Wolves, yeah. I think the interesting thing about Space Marines is that, like, I don't believe that Space Wolves are a bad faction, right? And that's the weird part about this, the entire conversation with Space Marines, because it always happens every time like a Space Marine chapter gets really powerful or really weak. You have this conversation about what is a Space Marine chapter, right? And realistically, it's a segment of the Space Marine super faction. And the question is, or the thing to consider, I guess, is that Space Wolves are only ever as bad as like a compliant Marine chapter, right? Because like you can just play Space Wolves either like using a limited amount of the non-compliant stuff or using only compliant stuff and playing the +1 wound bonus, for example. Is that really Space Wolves? I would argue that it basically is. But it doesn't. It's not what people want to play in Space Wolves, and it does a disservice to sort of the theme of their army.
Bjorn is going to advance,
and so it's like a weird situation, right? Where Space Wolves Space Wolves as a component of Space Marines are like fine, but in the comparison with other Marine chapters, there doesn't feel like a reason to play them, and then that feels really bad. You feel like you're trading efficiency for them, which is just like it feels bad, right? You're like, oh, I'm playing the Space Wolf faction, which is okay, but I could be playing Ultramarines, which are better than okay. So then I'll just go play Ultramarines. And that's why Marines, I think, are kind of in their heart, mostly a super faction. The faction identity has been lost a little bit in 10th edition. Love that unit. Grid into demons, yeah, for sure. The Ulrich, yeah. Ulrich is, I think, criminally underplayed. If you could see him in scarier units, I think Ulrich would be all around. If you could put him in Blade Guard veterans, maybe he would be everywhere. But the problem is that he's stuck with a bunch of units that are very mediocre at fighting. Which is probably for the best, to be fair, because his buff is incredible. Don't really like their rules, but like their special units. Yeah, I like their special units as well. I'm a little sad that we lost the Fire Discipline Terminator combo. It was like they finally found a way for Space Marines to have a good Terminator unit because of the
so the only shooting that I'm doing,
the battle leader, the Terminator battle leader, giving lethal hits to the unit, and they just messed it up. They got rid of him.
So we'll do 2d6.
Hans of Mordecai are cool, yeah. For a while, the only
7.
The only real playable
3s. Oh,
Reaver
Scarbrand's
unit.
Oath as well, sorry. Yeah, so...
Oath thinks Scarbrand's, not
6s.
the Pink Horrors.
Nothing.
Interestingly, Scarbrand would have gotten cover there against that shot. He does have a 4+ armor save.
6.
When was the last time non-Dark Angel Terminators have been really good?
Rerolling.
That's a great question.
And it will be 6s again.
They basically
One at
took
AP
9th
on.
edition off. They were almost never played.
Max 2.
There are lists
one-
that run Assault Terminators,
Yeah.
and in 8th edition there were like Raven Guard builds that made Assault Terminators really strong, but usually you were better off running them in... Or I guess they would support in alongside
11.
Centurions and Aggressors,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah, so it's a
oftentimes
3
you
to
can just
hit,
run those
and
things. So
if
I would say
like
probably
flying,
since
will
like
be anti-fly.
3/4 of the way through 8th edition at least.
2+. So 2 to wound. Wounds. This is
Abaddon and
AP1.
Chaos Daemons Terminators. I imagine we're talking about
This is AP1.
Loyalist Terminators.
I have
you
4
save it.
items.
But yeah, I mean, Chaos Space Marine
Okay,
Terminators are
and
good.
the
Like Scarab Occult Terminator saw a bunch of play at the start of 9th or start of 10th. They also saw play in 9th edition too
both
in
land.
the Army of Renown for Thousand Suns.
And wounding
I mean,
on
fucking
3s.
Brotherhood Terminators are incredible.
Rerolling that with the optics.
Yeah, but like,
That is 2 wounds. You take 1.
I will speed on this one.
Okay.
Save it.
Save it. That's fine.
just keep in mind if it's a random damage weapon, you have to, if you want a CP roll, you have to slow roll the saves out because they're applied sequentially. You're only allowed to fast roll if the damage is flat.
Right, okay.
Okay. You want me to take it back?
No, you can spend the CP if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice of
I'll
Lightbane.
explain.
Right, okay. Fine.
But next time I will slow down. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a weird idiosyncrasy of the fast dicing rules, chat.
all the shooting,
You are only ever allowed to fast dice
charges,
roll if the
weapon
damage
attacking
characteristic of
with
your attack is
Kentaurs.
identical,
Okay.
which means that a random characteristic attack can't be fast dice
7.
rolled. Technically, the reason that that's important is that theoretically you won't know how much damage you've taken from a previous attack before you roll to save the next attack, since the damage is applied immediately. We do have a CP here. I wonder if we see a heroic intervention from this Great Unclean One. He is actually extremely good at killing Wolfen, so although he might have a flail equipped, which... Oh, he does have a flail. Alright, he's less good at killing Wolfen than I expected. Missed 9th edition Sun Scarab Occult Terminators? Yeah, that Army of Renown is very interesting because it basically allowed you to play just a ton of
I don't think he can get...
random cult models in addition to some Zangors.
They're OC0, so they can't hold the objective, but they can kill all
A lot of
your
people
guys
miss that
from
detail.
the-
I know, I'm constantly surprised by it because like
So I can't break coherence
it's
there.
like I don't know, it's not new.
You
It's been
just
like that the
have
entire
to
edition.
Basically.
And a lot of events also tend to enforce it. Some events do the opposite. I actually had an event circuit recently that I think
Anything
ended,
else that you want to do?
but they enforced that you were allowed to CP roll after fast dice running.
Okay.
And to be honest, it's not that big of a difference.
Wolfen are going to slap you pink hearts.
Yeah. Give me.
But it's it does give a
gonna
little
apply
bit of a
limb?
leg up to the attacker. Most of the time, it doesn't affect the game state, but it is technically incorrect.
Yeah, I will spend the once.
Back in
to give
9th edition, when
the one.
like everyone and their mom had, it was the case in 9th edition
to
too.
reroll ones on the save.
But back in 9th edition, when everyone had like 3+ invulnerable saves,
So it's
I would
at
have
the
people
end of
fast
my
dice
unit
roll out.
stats. So
Oh, I failed
you
one
can
3+,
roll
I'll CP it, and I was like,
or you can start
you
scoring
can't,
stuff.
you can't do that though.
Right, okay, so 6.
And then they would get mad at me.
These land on 3s. They're all lethal.
Heard that
And
when
your
you apply
toughness?
wounds, you should roll the damage for each wound before the opponent saves. No, that's not correct.
Toughness 3.
Yeah, the damage
five,
is
so it'll be 3
the damage characteristic is determined when the
Okay, so
damage
that
is
is
applied.
4.
So it's after the save has failed.
At AP 1.
Doesn't matter for that. Wow.
That's
Why
for
not?
that.
No.
No.
Either of the ones.
Okay, that's fine. So you got a 4 of invulns for 2 die.
Yeah. Good game.
Okay, 36 attacks. And now it is 3s again. lethals. These are strength 6, so we'll wound on 2s. Okay, so that is 18 saves.
Force. Wow. Once.
7 die.
7 gig. So once you can kill the story. You have no attacks coming.
No, I don't. That's it.
Awesome. For me.
Did you say you spent a CP? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 CP. You're in the 12-inch vect.
It is one more.
Yeah, so you would have to spend another CP to do it. Because
Okay.
Bjorn is there, and your
Okay,
squad is
cool.
within 12. So that should put you on 0 CP, correct?
Yeah, correct. Let me see if I want to. Cool. So I lost how many guys? I lost
9.
9. So.
Yeah, I think
to
that's worth the command point either way, though, to be fair there, chat.
Let me,
A CP reroll to keep that unit going?
give me
Hell
a
yeah.
sec to think something.
And now we get to roll 9 splits. Let's go.
No, I will remove this one. How many of you have here on the objective? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can't get to the objective there. They have to go into coherency with the model who's already in play.
You
You actually might run into some situations depending on how many... Oh, it didn't split that many times.
Yeah,
Interesting.
2s.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what
Sorry, you sold
King
it.
Kong Fury was considering there is that if he splits out of coherency with this model, he could try to chain to this objective, but unfortunately they all have to be in coherency with the remaining model in the unit, so they all have to be 2 inches away from that guy. So he only has basically a 3-ish inch aura from that model where you can place models.
Okay.
But that means that we deny overwhelming force. That's a big swing for King Kong Fury here, and he's probably going to hold that objective as well because that unit actually comes back to starting strength. The weird thing about Pink Horus is that they have a starting strength of 10, but they're able to split, up to somewhere around, I guess, like 19 models at a time, potentially. So they could be way above starting strength oftentimes. So it's very difficult to bring them actually below half starting strength, where they would have to start taking battle shock. So they're actually A-okay.
I have 4 small attacks. Lord. Nothing. Like nothing.
Okay.
Awesome. Cool. That's the end of me.
And that is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't score overwhelming, and I don't score mark for death. I'll keep a hold of overwhelming, and I'll sack off mark for death for a CP.
Holding overwhelming, interesting.
Cool. So I hold the 2 or do the home objectives account.
Yeah.
So
You can, as long as the unit re-engages, I think you're okay with the consolidation there. You have to bring a new unit into engagement range if you can, but you can just choose not to consolidate the other models in the unit who would engage a new unit. So I think all we do is just tag that one blue horror squad so it can't do actions and then call it a day.
You're in my engagement.
Yeah, I'm counting if I can go in engagement range, still hold the objective. So my Skaba will advance.
Yep.
Sorry, won't advance. Oh, will. Give me a sec. First, my Black Bears will advance. Yep.
There are a few that moved away from the Guo that would have had to stand still. Yeah. Oh, sure, yeah, the ones on the edge of the terrain there. Yeah, I don't know if that's a big deal. Certainly, if it makes a big, if it changes things significantly in the future, we'll bring it up. But right now, I think it just makes the Grid and Clue one a little bit more open on its movement. So I actually think it was probably worse for Lifebane there. So we've really committed the Wolf in a big way. Kind of full committing here. The question is whether or not King Kong Fury wants to come in with Scarbrand right now. Scarbrand does have a multi-damage sweep profile. He's coming in with 16 2-damage sweep attacks, which is pretty good against Wolfen. They do have a 6+ field on pain, which can blank a couple of those. The downside is that the Wolfen fight on death, so if you engage into them aggressively with melee profiles, then it's going to be a little bit awkward for you.
I'm going to go to the loo while you're doing your move. It's still on my clock. So I've just moved the clock over.
No, it's on mine. It's a deck.
The other thing that we could do here is get Scarbrand up into the Lancer, but I think that we're doing a little bit of a bait here. We have the Judiciary in range to attack that Lancer if he elects to push forward here.
You cannot fit 10
Secure No Man's Land, Defend Stronghold are the draws this turn for King Kong Fury. Which I think are going to be fairly easy. Doom Merchant, thank you for the sub, buddy. Appreciate you. So the real question is how we want to sort of deal with these Wolfen pushing forward. Interestingly, the Wolfen are not actually holding this objective because they don't have an OC value, so nobody's on this objective currently. So King Kong Fury doesn't have that much work to do to actually contest his opponent out of getting a lot of primary here. There is a lot of OC sitting on this objective. It looks like 8, 10, 11, which he's going to have trouble blocking. So I think that we might just leave Lifebane on 2 primaries, but we can use the Screamers to hamstring the movement of the Wolfen on this objective, and then focus fire maybe the Lancer and the other ones, and just kind of pull away from these guys, and just use the utility units to block their movement, and then pick up what your opponent gave you. Basically take that trade essentially for free because you didn't lose the Pink Horrors, and then call it a day. And I think that's likely what King Kong Fury is going to be doing here. He's just going to play out this kind of slow attritional game plan. Now, I'm a little worried about Scarbrand right now because, again, he is pretty good at killing the Wolfen. He will take some damage from their crackbacks from their fight on death, and potentially a lot of damage. But he's also very susceptible to Ragnar Blackmane coming in over there. So that big lethal hit brick of guys with extra attacks is going to be pretty brutal. Especially since Ragnar Blackmane also gets the extra attack from the unit. So he's going up to 11 attacks with sustained hits. Seems good. It's pretty strong. Never forgive Skybrand for tanking 2 battle rounds to kill a knight and eating all your CP while doing that. Yeah, so sometimes he just doesn't die. I don't know, man. I have certainly done that in the past where Scarbrand is just chilling with and eats a million invulnerable saves there. Pulling the pink horrors or the blue horrors to the other side of the wall here. I guess they are technically pink horror unit. Mostly blue horrors, though.
Sorry, did you move those Nurglings to
the
wall?
Yeah.
Don't you have to do that with a CP?
So, what? Why?
Well, it's specifically a CP to move Nurglings through walls.
It's a swarm. I think it's go through.
What's the question?
Ravi, do you have to spend a CP to move them through walls?
Nurglings?
Yeah.
They just can't go through walls.
They just can't.
Yeah, they're not infantry or beasts, so they don't get to go through.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
my mistake.
I thought if he had demonic incursion, he could use the insubstantial entity thing.
No, the demonic incursion doesn't have any strats to go through walls. All the other detachments, the new ones do, but demonic incursion just
No worries. I roll a 5 on the advance, So 3 and 6. I will come there. It's okay there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Attack incursion is mostly teleporting its guys through walls, to be fair. Yeah, it's a good pickup over there. It is weird. Yeah, it feels strange.
You're not incoherent, so you'll have to move them a little bit back.
Yeah.
And it's a little funny too, because it like
So I will.
I think it artificially makes swarms much worse. Swarms are in a weird spot right now. I think they're very good because they're super cheap,
Okay.
but they're very mechanically like disempowered, I guess, in 10th edition.
So
But their data sheets are really strong, so like I don't really know where GW really wants them to be, which I guess is okay, with the exception of like Ripper swarms. Like basically all the swarm units are really good, and even Ripper swarms would be are not even bad. They're cheap and you can take them in singletons, which is already strong. Swarms can't open door handles. Yeah, the Nurglings need to learn how to Voltron up into an entity with opposable thumbs that can open a door. Inky's over here. Gonna say hello. What's up, baby? You wanna chat about your treats? Did you like them? What are you doing? Oh no, you can't go on the desk though. No. You're a little monkey. You're a little monkey, cat. Doom Merchant Vins have been very helpful for getting started to play on TTS. Hi, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear they were helpful. I've got to do more of them, I think. We got to do updated ones. And I keep saying that, and then I work on Gratzma stuff, basically.
I would like Vaz with Scaba.
Oh, we're going for it. Okay. This is a little ballsy. This is, in fact, extremely ballsy. This is limitlessly ballsy here. So we can pay a CP to Warp Surge with Scarbrand to advance in charge. He's not inside Bjorn's Aura, so it's only going to cost him 1. Which he does have, which is good. Yeah, AVC, I don't know. But again, he's opening himself up to an intervention from either this Wolfen unit that's right there, or potentially the Judiciary. And again, the Wolfen will fight on death, so even if Scarbrand reorients and just goes into the Wolfen, because the Lancer's not even that much of a threat this game, they will still get to swing at him. So this is very scary. I'm curious about this. Be'lakor moving up too. I imagine that we're going to try to move block those Wolfen with the Nurglings maybe and stifle their attacks a little bit. This is so aggressive. Oh my god. What is happening right now, chat? Let's go. Everybody in. We're just...
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Perfect. Jesus. Full send. We be charging with Be'lakor right now. We had ABC, but now it's time for a nice big BBC because Be'lakor be charging.
I will advance with the Screamer.
That is what BBC means, yeah. I don't really know why it's been co-opted by other industries. It doesn't make sense to me, but, you know, it is what it is.
I would like Vaz. See with the Swarm. That's a 7. Not good enough.
British Broadcasting Corporation? No. That's not even close to true. Most of the time, it's Bella Corby charging into hard-hitting journalism. Nerdlings are keeping back here. So we have secure, as long as we retain, did get the plague bearers up on this objective, it looks like. Maybe we didn't. No, I think we did. So we will gain secure no man's land with that screamer. Norsley, thank you for the follow. Bellicor does hate journalists? No, he is a journalist, is what I'm saying. He's teleporting around the Immaterium in order to bring you, hard-hitting news. That's why he's so maneuverable. And he can't be shot at because he's a press. Because he's press. That's why you can't shoot at him. He has one of those little media flak jackets. So Flamer's dropping down here. They do get a +1 strength bonus from the Lord of Change, so they will be strength 5, pumping into the wolf in there.
Okay.
Nothing else in reserve, chat, or just some screamers, I guess.
Get a clean one. We shoot your guys.
That's about it.
So first the vomit. Sorry, the flail. D6 +1 attacks. So 6.
And this is going into
To the wolfen here.
Wolfen there. Okay.
So
Yeah, we're doing the go-go turn. This is very aggressive, and the reason I think it's very aggressive here, Chad, is because
So you wouldn't freeze.
yeah, it's
the
hitting on this, working on this.
Okay.
Cool. So 4 for EP.
the Space Wolves had to give up
4
a lot of
saved.
potential, sort of a lot of resources that turn in order to sort of put pressure on the demon army. Demons play a very long attritional game. They love going second on this kind of mission because they can guarantee that they get a big score on the bottom of 5. And so playing them in this like really aggressive mode is a good way to accidentally underswing and then get killed by Wolfen. We'll see if they're able to do that. Interestingly, we didn't see a rapid ingress here from Lifebane. I wonder if that was
3 4-ups.
his Wolfen are going to be jumping out next turn, but
6 would feel no
I'll be looking for a long
take the damage.
charge there.
Cool. Now, let's start. Belacor is doing his hazardous 12 attacks.
Yep.
So on tours, and what's your toughness again? 5 on this.
Is this into this squad? Which squad
Yeah.
open? This squad here.
To this one, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's 5.
So on this,
Ooh, terrible roll. Jeez.
devastating 4 for EP.
Yeah,
3.
there's Wolfen, Logan, and
Okay, so 1
the
death,
JPI's in here.
which I'll sort of
Yeah, Logan's also in reserve. So you get a big go turn. If you can engage with the majority of your army with this army, the potential damage in one turn is huge because of the basically army-wide oath from Logan. So like, oh man, I don't know about this, chat. This counterpunch is going to be absolutely brutal. If King Kong Fury doesn't basically kill like 2 to 3 combat units here, things are going to look really disgusting next turn.
Cool. Lord of Sage is shooting the same squad. Hazardous. So also I will do the sustain its ability.
I forgot to rapid ingress at the end of your move, which is annoying.
Please do.
So I'm rapid ingressing the wolf in here.
Yeah.
I should have done it.
Yeah, do it, Phil.
So if you can I'll just do the 9-inch.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'd measured it out when you put your Nurglings there originally,
No,
and then
no
obviously.
worries, man. So I'm doing the hazard cook, 9 attack.
Well, there you go,
Yep,
chat.
fine. I'll dock me the CP. Sorry about that.
No worries, no worries. So on twos, no sixes, awesome. I'm +2 strength.
Very nice of
on,
King Kong Fury, by the way. Incredibly magnanimous here.
So 6.
Although that Wolfen unit's probably going to be fighting Ed over there.
6 at AP2.
I don't know how well Wolfen stack up into Ed. I think that they live in melee for the entirety of the like life cycle of a galaxy, and then Ed kills them eventually. Especially with Nurglings nearby. If they're not able to kill the Nurglings, then Ed will just sink that unit forever. So that's really interesting.
So 3, 1, 3, 3, 3. Awesome.
3, 1, 3, 3, 3. So I will.
Oh, and we spiked low on the Lord of Change's damage roll here too. Yeah, I would have thought the bottom was the way to go. Just clear out the Screamers and then push that flank, but I mean, we'll see. Ed might just get stuck into this unit of Wolfen on the objective in the center here, and then allow that other unit to just clear up the demon backline.
And another one.
But the funny thing here is that if they aren't able to kill the Plague Bearers, which is highly unlikely, they'd have to get a good charge and then also swing in through the Nurgling Aura and the Grid Unclean One to kill them, which is a little sus. As if the Plague Bearers can keep a guy alive and hold this, they lock that objective. This objective back here is Obsec, as we can see, which means that the Wolfen actually can't disrupt King Kong Fury's scoring in the back. They actually don't. They actually can't take those objectives back because they never apply OC to it. So the Plague Bearers control will just lock in for the rest of the game, which is extremely funny.
For 13. They are +1 strength because of the log of change. So on force.
Oh, looks like the Lord of Change did get some work done here. Most of this Wolfen have been knocked out.
1 is no cover. Damage 1.
8.
Wonder if his oh, we have a sword on this guy. Wild.
Save 6.
That's crazy. Okay, fair enough.
2 up, feel no pain. Yeah. So
great save from the Wolfen though.
Skybank, the same. Sorry, 1 hazard for the log of change.
Yep.
Yep, fine.
All right, well, chat, 1 Wolfen unit has been laid low, and we still have a Flamer from Scarbrand and Kairos to shoot. So, I think the dream is alive. I do think Scarbrand is just probably going to go down to this. We have the Black Death over here, and we have Ragnar's unit. We can't forget that Bjorn's going to be chilling out in the back over here. He can fight the Grid Unclean One kind of forever, too, because he's incredibly difficult to kill. And if he has Armor of Contempt, the Grid Unclean One doesn't really do any damage to him.
And that is 2 saves. What's the damage?
ABC even with the bursts, yeah. You gotta get in with those Lords of Change, dude.
2 die.
The funny thing about the Everstave guy is that people are so scared of him that they always engage him so that he doesn't up downy and he gets -1 to hit. Which means that the Rod of Sorcery is good for like clearing a couple infantry, but the sword is also good for getting him unstuck from engagement because it puts him up to 8 melee attacks, which is pretty okay. He's preparing for Neverblade.
But the blast.
The Neverblade Lord of Change is such a meme, chat.
+2, yes.
You need to like double that guy's strength, and then we can talk about him being okay at fighting.
No, there's only 9, so it's +1.
Ah, +1. Cool. So on twos. Sorry, on fours. On twos. So 3 for EP3.
4 ups.
Oh, look at that save against Kairos. That's a classic Kairos experience right there. Look at that.
Hazard goose.
Glorious.
Okay, fine. Awesome. And exactly.
All right, now we gotta watch out for this heroic intervention.
We'll charge the Wolfen.
Okay.
5.
I think there might be a spot where he can base this guy and be out of line of sight. Right there.
That was back.
Right there. You see that? Look at that. Could you imagine? The perfect spot? That's probably a mistake.
I will pay 1 CP and Scarback will
You just get to fight them
charge,
forever
the launcher.
and keep yourself out of shooting range. But it's Ed. If they're shooting at Ed, then who cares?
Okay.
You've wasted your time. All right, so Scarbrand gets the big 4-inch charge into the Lancer. It does have to base, so we probably have to go there. Yeah. And there is certainly going to be at least one heroic intervention available here.
And
We doing it? No heroic intervention to Scarbrand?
yeah.
Alright, fair enough. Scarbrand's AP on his sweep attack is only AP 1 as well, so... He's not actually that good at clearing Marine infantry. He wounds on 2, so he's probably going to hand them 12 saves or so, but they might only lose 4 chainsword guys, which is not that big of a deal. And then
What I need.
and then Ragnar cracks back at you for 2 rounds in a row.
No, I'll find them. And
Are we charging Kairos into into some Wolfen? Let's go, dude.
that's it.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
If he heroics and Belliker could join, yeah, I guess that's true.
Get a clean one.
You're not wrong. Unfortunately here, I don't know if we did quite enough damage to these Wolfen. The downside is that with the pile-in, they could potentially pile in and try to kill the blue horrors. We did try to position a Nurgling unit so that's in range of the Wolfen, and I think that one guy is. But depending on casualties that the Great Unclean One inflicts, the Wolfen may be out of their aura and may be pretty good at hitting the blue horrors. It was 3 ones to hit for the Bile Sword. Yuck. That's a big yuck.
2.
Okay,
2 4-ups.
That's okay. Ed's got stamina.
Take one.
He's here for a long time, not a good time.
Damage.
I actually wonder if you sweep into them.
Oh, is this one going to be a 6?
Because we had a guy on 1 wound. I think the sweep
No,
might have
one
been better.
Wolfen. Oh, there's 1 on 1 life anyways, so he dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And
Scar.
Alright, well,
yeah,
I didn't inflict that many
it's,
casualties. That's why you take the knife, chat. Always take the knife. I'm such a knife apologist.
Of course, I don't have toughness.
Toughness 10.
Yeah, this. So 5 for AP a lot. AP 4.
Yeah, I think it's just better.
4. So they all go through.
Okay, damage.
Especially with the die on 1 wound. I think the math is pretty similar, right?
So he
Between
dies.
it's double attacks versus essentially like half damage.
With 1 die.
But the guy on 1 wound certainly kicks it over the edge. So I think the sweep
So
ends
the
up being
Lancer is
better.
gone.
Goodbye,
And,
giant tank.
Go on the objective.
Okay.
And strike back.
I think the objective's still mine. I think that blood claw's touching it.
If it is, I will stay full.
Travi, can you just let me know if that blood claw is on that objective?
Yeah, you can raise the objectives with the button over here.
Yeah, they're definitely on.
Okay. Problem
Just on
solved.
mine.
I will stay there. Cool. Carry on your attack.
Okay, so these are going to pile into the Great and Clean One. Apart from those who have to pile into the closest, which is your blue horror.
Yeah.
Right, and they should still be in coherency. I'll hit with the 5 into the Great and Clean One first.
I must want to hit, remember, from the nuggets.
Yep, so it's 4s. So it's going to be 20 attacks.
All right,
on the
chat.
4s.
I'm ready to watch the greatest travesty of
2
melee
lethals.
attack of all time.
And these wound.
These
are
mighty Space Wolf warriors against
Clean
this
One
one big
toughness
thick
is
boy.
12.
12, so it's 6s. That is 4 saves. AP 1.
4.
Ooh, well maybe they might
2
do
damage
well.
each.
right. They got him for 3. That's actually surprising.
And
Lethal Hit's getting some work done
popping
there.
into the blue horrors, which means it's still 4s. They're lethals. And it'll be 2s. So that is 7 saves. AP 1.
Cool, got 5 guys. So, the big horror guys, this one,
Yep.
and 2 blue horrors.
So roll your 4 up.
Yeah, the big horror brings back 2.
So you just put the 2 blue horrors that you've got down back.
Yeah, rather. Yeah. Cool. And the 2 blue horrors take back 1. What can they call? Cool.
Okay.
And that's my turn. I believe. I wrote back the strike back. I have a secure no man's land for 5. And the first call is another turn.
Okay.
Turn. And space, I pass the turn.
Okay,
And
that's
lock.
9. That's 9. 9 from him.
All right, chat. We are over to Space Wolves. Can they do enough on the crack bank here? They did lose most of a Wolfen unit. However, they committed a big unit in, did nothing, lost their Lancer, although I think that was probably as was foretold. I do think that we can probably knock out Scarbrand pretty easily here. It's a question of where Bjorn and the Ballistus Dreadnought want to go. We could maybe try to send them into old Bellicor and try to remove that guy and sort of stifle the maneuverability of the Demon Army for a bit. But a lot of options available. And King Kong Fury not going to have enough CP for an interrupt here, so this fight phase is going to be rough, to say the least.
Did you put your permanent?
I'm sorry?
Your permanent points.
Yeah, so I get 10. I'm just thinking, so if you just give me a second.
What's everybody up to this weekend, by the way, chat? While we're start of the Space Wolf player's turn. Looks like we're actually considering a drop into the corner here with jump pack intercessors. I think there's a little pocket for them. They could try a 9-inch rerollable. Logan's almost certainly going to pop this turn as well. The intercessor charge there would be good because I don't believe that King Kong Fury has anything on his home objective. So we could potentially try to tag both ends of the Plague Bearer squad and string them so that they can't get OC back onto this objective. So we could knock out the Demon Home objective if you get a nice big charge out of those guys. Building Rust Stalkers. Dude, how about that Halo screed, though? Rust Stalker seems so good. Oh my god, that detachment. So good. T5S2 tomorrow.
So I'm going to start my moves.
Blood Bowl? Playing Blood Bowl on Sunday? That's cool.
You need a battle shock for the wolf and all the...
Yeah, I'll do the battle shock now, sorry.
Yeah, -1, I think.
Yep, Shadow Chaos.
Yeah,
Yep.
battle shocked.
You take Gith Immortals
Okay.
for 3.
Hey, all right.
Nice. Yep, they take 3.
Ooh, all right. Solid. Let's go. Chaos Demon faction rule, chat. Let's go.
So,
What a time.
now...
Gotta face the Ultramarine Menace. How'd the game go yesterday?
Right.
Which one? We played 2 yesterday. Did Dr. Dudes having a chill weekend? Painting agents dreaming of Snake Daddy? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for I don't know. New Chaos factions are always cool because Chaos has the coolest mechanics. I'll die on that hill, I think. Chaos are always the most interesting factions to play because they have like so much going on. The AdMech game? Oh, it went well. Yeah, I played against Adarin actually, who's over in chat also, which was good because I had no idea what Adeptus Mechanicus did, so I got to play against the Adeptus Mechanicus, like our resident tech priest, I guess, who could tell me what my unit stats were. But yeah, it was a good game. We took it down with the old Halo Screed against Ultramarines Liberius Conclave.
He's moving straight in. Put onto that objective. Just towing it.
I got a tablet for scoring IRL coverage games. Or I'm working with a new app for a new scoring app, which I'm really excited about. I have to do a bunch of work this week to set it up for Everwinter, but that's tangential to the story because Inky found the box for it and is currently, I think, has her head stuck in it.
Okay.
Did the robots carry their weight? No. No, they were terrible. The robots were really bad. They did like they tempoed the game pretty well. Like we rampant ingressed and then got it to pin a couple like Stern Guard veterans and then they died to the Fusillade unit, but it made the Fusillade unit like deploy in a place that wasn't maybe like super good for them.
Okay.
Which
Blood Claws are going to advance.
I think was the biggest benefit that they gave me. And it made the Fusillade unit meant that they didn't really do that much else that game.
11 inches.
Listen, chat. When your opponent's army is entirely devastating wounds, T11 doesn't do anything. I don't think that they're fine with the buffs. I think that they're too expensive still, unfortunately. Their attack volume's too low. It requires you to like kind of combo them out. And I think they would have been better served in that game in particular by just having more Rust Stalkers and other ranged attackers. I could have basically done what the robots did with a Rust Stalker unit instead. And done it for literally 30% of the cost. But it was fun. It was fun to play them. Like, I think if you were to try to make robots work, I think that's the detachment for them. I just think that you are hamstringing yourself a little bit, probably.
The Guard veterans are going to move 6.
As evidenced by that game, though, I don't think it's the end of the world if you take robots. I don't think that, like... there's probably better lists that you can build, but, I don't think that you're going to, like, instantly lose the game because you have a robot unit.
I'm also going to spend a CP to put them in...
Yeah, like, the number of things that the robots can do is cool, but then you consider their points value and the other stuff you could get for that, and you're like, oh, wait, just a minute, just kidding.
I'm going to spend a CP to put them in sustained as well. So, the Blade Guard veterans now have sustained and lethals for this turn.
Sustained hits on the...
That is...
Executioner Blade there is going to be a big deal. Now, I'm a little worried. We'll see how this shooting phase goes, because I'm a little bit worried that Lifebane ends up splitting his attacks a little bit here. I think he might be under the assumption that like each of his units will 1-for-1 each of the greater demons, but that oftentimes is not how it works. If he plinks them a little bit with shooting to begin with, he probably can take them down. But like the Regmar Blackmane unit is basically just fishing for lethals right now, and I think that that could get a little bit spicy. If they don't roll particularly hot on them, things are going to get a little tough. Bots are only good in a stubber and lasgun meta. Yeah, Marines will just rip them up.
Deep strikes.
If they were like, I feel like they want to be 9 wounds each with a 4+ invuln, and I think if they were at that like defensive characteristic, you would feel a lot better about them. But the 7 wounds with a 5+ is like just so squishy, dude.
So there should be a 9-inch on him, unless it's lying. And that one is 9 on Scarbrand. So I might just... Yeah, I'm just going to stick him there. Then...
Yeah, Onager seems cool. I'd be curious to play an Onager as well.
I'm going to see if I can make them fit, but I'm not sure if they will. Oh yeah, they're gonna fit.
Oh, load, they coming. Here comes the assault intercessors. Going for that big charge.
There we are.
Hmm?
I would hate onagers? Oh, okay.
Move
Well, just
onto
kidding, then.
Shooty. So, the Wolfen are going to shoot all of their grenade launchers into the Nurglings. So that's going to be 10d6 shots. And they're +1 to hit.
Don't you just play the
Only in melee, or
the
is it
like
just
twin linked
within
gun?
6?
That gun feels pretty
So the -1.
sweet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. -1 to hit.
I think so.
When an enemy unit makes a melee attack, so range doesn't count.
Yeah.
That's fine. So it's d6. So that's 43 attacks.
Yeah, I'd probably just play phosphor blasters. I think that seems much
They
more
hit on
consistent.
5s. That's why it's important. The oath target as well is going to be Be'lakor.
No.
Yeah. So 16.
No!
Nurglings are tough
Be'lakor! Why?
as 3. So these are 3s.
This is the turn where you only really have to worry about your oath target for
No AP.
your shooting attacks, and I think we're just going to be putting the big guns
You've
into
got no
Be'lakor, which does
saves.
feel reasonable.
Sorry?
You've got no save.
I have a 16 vulnerable save.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
But they take
And,
all anyways, so it's
And
1
6 is still no pain. Because of the clean one.
Yeah.
So 2 deck. Deck.
And 1, 2. Yeah, fine. Okay, so that's fine there. They can't shoot. Bjorn can't shoot into the blue horrors, but Bjorn is going to shoot everything at Be'lakor.
14
starting
hits
with
on
Flamer.
zoanthropes?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. With the beam gun?
D6.
You played the beam gun? Jesus.
4.
Hot diggity damn. Actually,
Minus
I played a
5,
very funny game against Adeptus Mechanicus when I was playing.
That is 1
Index
AP1,
Tyranids?
So 1 4 Bindle.
And I played against this. I was like, I got triple zoanthropes because they were good at the time.
Now his
Like a million heavy infantry units, all these 3-wound infantry, and I rocked into like 2 Eradication Beamer Dune Crawlers and the Cataphren Breacher Brick. And I was like,
so
okay.
it missed anyway. So oath. So
All right,
roll.
dude. You got my number, man.
And wounding
I just got
on
just sandblasted off the table. It was not quite fun. But that is
yeah,
that is Tyranids for you.
and you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ballistus is going to shoot in. So 2 rockets on 3s. Sorry, 4s because of your stealth. That is 1 wounding on a 4. Fails. 2 las cannon shots. In fact, let's just clear those and start scratch. Falls. Rerolling because of oath.
Oh man, this shooting phase is not going well for Lifebane. Maybe this aggressive push is the way to go for
Why not?
old King Kong Fury here. We are seeing no damage popping out of this
we're
army.
looking
Right now.
at 6s. Yeah, fails. Okay, that is a fantastic round of shooting. Weight of shots, all of the pistols. So 9 pistols and a plasma pistol.
This is always the fun thing about
cool.
Chaos Demons too, is that all your little random attacks have the potential to be really powerful.
Rerolling all misses.
Don't forget to roll out your pistol shots.
Okay, so that is 7, and these will be 6s. That is 1 at AP none.
Those guys have lethal hits too.
Okay. Plasma pistol on a 4. Rerolling. It fails again. Fantastic. The Lieutenant's 2 shots. Rerolling. And this will be a 6 again. Yeah, fails. And Ragnar's on a 3. Lands. Wounding on a 6. Fails. Fantastic. The Blade Guard veterans, you know what it is. They'll put all of theirs into Be'lakor as well. So only he cannot shoot. Everyone else has a line. So he'll put his into Scarbrand. So it's going to be 6 heavy
I
pistols.
feel like we should throw a grenade here, chat. This feels like a grenade kind of situation. Although the units or I guess the infiltrators can grenade without being taxed on it. We have the infiltrators to shoot yet, too.
And we will put the... So it'll be, sorry, it'll be 6s again to wound. That is 1 at AP1, so 1 4 up.
No, 7.
Okay. Absorb a pistol into Scarbrand. Does it hit on a 2? I don't think it does, so that's fine. Okay, they're done, they're done, they're done, they're done, they're done. Logan will put his 4 shots into Scarbrand. So that is going to be... Oh no, they all hit. It hits on 2s. Wounding on 6s. Nothing. Fantastic. Absolute crap. Okay, and moving onwards. So the infiltrators. Infiltrator is gonna lob a grenade.
Hey, there it is. Yeah, we need a little bit more damage out of this shooting. Wonder if we're maybe regretting giving away the Lancer for the
I'm
trade
gonna
here.
lob a grenade into... Screw it. We'll make sure we kill Bellicor. He's gonna lob a grenade into Bellicor. So dock me the CP again.
Big 6 mortals here? Is that what we're gonna see? Let's do it.
6 on 4-ups.
Ugh, oh no! Not like this, chat. Not like this.
1.
Cool.
Yeah, that was awful. CP for 1 damage, why not? Okay, and the infiltrators will shoot the rest of their trash into Bellicor, because why not? So it's going to be all of the bolt carbines. Balls. Rerolling. 9 wounding on 6s. That is 3 at AP, none. So 3 4-ups.
Yay!
So
Let's go
you're telling me
infiltrators.
that their terrible shooting did more damage than the grenade.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it did, I think, more
Okay.
damage than
That's
Bjorn
a
and the
brilliant
Ballista
start.
Dreadnought.
So now we're on to
Uh-oh.
charges. So Bjorn is going to charge into the blue horrors.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll it. Yeah, he's in. The assault intercessors are going to charge. Oh, sorry, Logan Grimnar's firing off his ability as well, so it's re-rolls on all charges.
Okay.
Assault intercessors are going to charge in. That's an 8, so that is not enough. So we will re-roll it, and that is a fail again. Brilliant. Blade Guard vets are charging Scarbrand. Yeah, everyone's in. We'll have to go further around. The Bloodclaws are charging Bellicor.
Mm-hmm.
They're in. What did I roll on the advance? On the charge? 6.
I think.
Yeah, so he can't get round. So actually, I'll just move him there. The Wolfen are going to split charge between your Plague Bearers and the Nurgling Swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely in. Rightio. There. Logan can't get into Scarbrand, so Logan's going to charge the Screamers on a 9. The 4 is not good enough. And he gets the 9. This Wolfen's going to charge you Screamers as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's in. And the Infiltrators are going to charge Scarbrand. Okay. So that is charges all done. So on to fights.
Mm-hmm.
You only have 1 CP, am I right?
Correct.
Good. Okay, so just check the distance here. Yeah, you can't interrupt anyway, so I don't need to check.
Everyone 12 hits from him is +1 command point, remember?
+1. God, because he's got a Vect. Okay,
Yeah.
that's absolutely fine. In that case, I will spend 2 CP to give the Blood Claw. Do I actually need to? Yeah, I'm going to give the Blood Claws. Actually, I'm not sure I'll need to. Because you 4-up save. I mean, I'll definitely kill him if I do it.
Definitely it's a skull ward. It will come.
So strength 6, toughness 6. He's going to be wounding on 5s. He's going to be wounding on 5s. Sustained hits, rerolls on all hits. That squad already has sustained. I'm going to spend a CP on the Judicia squad here. Because he's not within 12, I don't believe.
I think they are.
Are they? Ooh, I'm not sure. Mine spazzes out, so if you can measure from your miniature to that Judicia, because he's the closest.
Okay, let's say that you could move him a bit back
Yeah.
from the start, so no worries. So they're outside, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to spend the CP on him, so that's 1 CP. And that's going to give them Lance and +1 AP in the Scarbrand.
Okay.
So I will going to start over here. These 5 are going to hit the Nurgling. I'll roll the 16 hits first, because I reckon that'll be enough to kill him.
Yeah, -1, of course.
Yeah, so it's 4s, but I get full rerolls on all hit rolls. Rerolling. Okay, so that's 5 lethals for start. And these wound on 2s. So that is 10 saves at AP 1.
'60s and '60s, no, gone.
And then these 4, so 20 attacks into the Plague Bearers.
Are you still -1?
No, because he's dead. Oh no,
Okay.
actually no, because it's the same activation, isn't it? Yeah, these Wolfen won't be anymore.
This definitely going. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so these 5 Wolfen will be. Okay? They will still have the -1. Because it's still part of the same activation. So re-rolling. So that is 5 lethals. And
Toughness 5.
toughness 5. So these are strength 6 to 3s. Okay, so that is 13 saves at AP 1.
5 up. Damage?
The whole squad's dead. 2 damage apiece.
No, I have the Philippines.
Okay. Well, most of them will be dead.
On 2s. So 1 gag. 2 gag. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gag.
7 dead.
Man, what a save that was.
Okay.
Hot damn. And they retain the objective?
Then
Jesus.
Yawn into the blue horrors.
Mhm.
So that's 6 attacks. Landing on 2s, but I'm going to re-roll them. So that's 5, go through, wounding on 2s. So that is 4 at AP a lot.
Doesn't matter. 4 out. Yeah, 1 gag.
1 dead.
1 blue hole gag. Do I split? Actually, not that one.
Okay, over here. The
That
4
one?
shot.
Give me a sec to see if I split. I do. So 1. So where are we now? Pesca Bank.
Okay.
So where are we now?
So the Wolfen here. 1 Wolfen into the Screamers. 4 attacks.
Go get him, Wolfen. We believe in you, buddy.
Rolling. Yep, 1 lethal. Wounding. What's the Screamer's toughness?
4.
Okay, so 3s. Okay, so that's 2 saves. AP 1.
4 up. 1 damage 2.
2 damage.
Okay.
And Logan Grimnar's going to hit with his Morkai 2-handed. So 6 attacks. Landing on 2s, re-rolling the 1s. So that's wounding on... You said toughness 4, didn't you? So wounding on 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that is 5 at AP.
Doesn't matter.
I guess it's usually 4 up invul.
Lol.
That was ridiculous.
Yep. I will.
Well, all right.
Roll for my scabbard. Kill them guys.
Okay, so the infiltrators are going to hit Scarbrand first.
Hashtag demons.
Before that,
I wish I had this demon experience, chat.
attacks of the-
My demon experience is that all my guys instantly die.
Black Claws.
I'm jealous of King Kong Fury right now.
Yeah, so the Blood Claws, they get +1 strength and attack on the charge, so they're all hitting at strength 5. The Blade Guard veterans start at strength 5, they remain strength 5, but they have lance and an extra AP. So because they charged, they'll be wounding Scarbrand on 5s.
Cool. I will spend 1 CP to give
It'll
him
be 2
a little
CP, you're within 2 inches, therefore you can't do anything.
How
You're
much?
within 12. Yes.
Okay, never mind.
I also doubt that. I think we were going to try a demonic
so
invulnerability, but that's shooting for
Infiltrators
something.
first, so it's going to be
That doesn't work like that.
15 close combat weapons into Scarbrand. Might as well use them. They are within 6 of your Nurglings behind the wall, so it'll be 4s. Rerolling everything. Okay. Delete. So that's going to be 5 lethals and wounding on 6s. Nothing else. Okay, so 5 saves.
Take 4.
Okay. And we'll do the Blade Guard veterans now. So it's going to be 24 attacks with the swords.
Wow, the Infiltrator squad absolutely slapped this turn.
So 4s, because they're within...
They grenaded and shot for
things,
4 and then stabbed
rerolling
for another
everything
4.
that
They did
missed.
8 damage.
That is much better.
Let's go.
So that's 6 lethals for starters. And these will be 5s to wound because of lance. That's another 3. So that is 9 saves on your invul.
So 3 go through damage 2.
2 damage each.
Cool.
And then the Judicia is going to hit Scarbrand. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I put them into sustained, so the 5 lethals from that attack are sustained as well.
You have,
I need to roll them on the wound.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just an extra 1 save you need to make.
1 must save.
Yeah.
No, take
Extra
2
2
more.
damage. Yeah. So the Judicia with his 5. These, however, land on 2s. And that's 2 lethals and 2 sustains. And another lethal and sustained. And anything 4+ is a dev wound.
Oh boy.
So that is 2 devs and 3 saves that you need to make.
So 3 saves. Okay, damage.
He's on
They are
1?
damage 2, I believe, so it's 6 damage.
Oh no! We left Scarbrand on 1. You never want to leave Scarbrand on 1.
And this lot is
He gets +2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 blood claws. So that's 36 attacks. Okay.
You just made him mad. And now he's going to
yeah,
make every invuln
balls.
save for the rest of the game and live. It always happens.
Rerolling
It's every time.
everything, fishing for 6s.
Oh, great roll here against Bellicor. 14 lethals?
Lethal?
A lot of lethals.
Mhm.
And these will
Holy
be
shit.
6s to wound.
Did he pull the
Nothing.
3s out?
How
So
many
that's
lethal?
14 lethals.
That's so many!
Yeah.
I can do it. Yep, I definitely can. So 5.
Alright,
Okay.
fair enough.
And then we've got the Power Sword from the Claw Leader. So that's 4 attacks. 4s again. Rolling the misses. So that's another 2 lethals. And these will wound on 5s because of the +1 strength. So that is 3 saves.
One more.
Yeah, 1 wound. Then the Lieutenant is coming in. So that's going to be 6 attacks at 6s, landing on 2s. Well, 3s with your aura. Rerolling all the misses. And wounding on 5s. That is 1 wound. You go. And then Ragnar gets +1 strength and attack from the squad, and +2 each from charging, so it's 11 attacks at strength 9. And he has sustained naturally. So we're gonna fish. Do we fish? Because it's gonna be 5s. Yeah, I'm gonna fish. Okay.
Not a great
So
conversion.
2 lethals, 2 sustains. And these will wound on 5s.
Oh no! Rolled literally no natural
That is
wounds.
awful.
Oh man, Bellicor tanked it.
It's 2 damage each.
Well, that is a lot of damage onto these greater demons. So to be fair here, chat, this looked like not a great turn for the Space Wolves, but we have to remember that the interesting thing about Chaos Demons is that their weapon profiles are not super good at clearing like all these sort of awkward targets, like mass medium infantry. They have really good sweep profiles, but for example, we could sweep with Scarbrand for 2 damage attacks, but if you AOC it, then it's AP0, so you can save most of those and you only lose a couple Blade Guard veterans. He could do the big swings, but then he clips into your invulnerable save. Bellicor similarly has a super high AP 1 damage sweep, but again, it's only 1 damage. If he does his multi-damage sweep, then he doesn't have that many attacks.
4, 5, and 2.
And he is bracketed at this point too.
4,
Not to mention the fact that they can't fall back and do
D6
anything,
is 4, 5,
and they can't teleport out of combat in this detachment. So they are going to be stuck a little bit.
Dead. The 5 will die. Do I get a 6 on the 2? Yes, I do. So 2 guys. I need to roll for fightbacks.
I know, yeah, we're white knuckling here. For sure.
That is all I require.
I'll quickly roll them, just so I know. Yeah, one comes back, one does not. I now get to activate. So, these three are basically going to bop him through the wall. In fact, can he come to that side? Yes, he can. He's going to bop him through the wall. And... is he still in coherency? Not yet. I don't think he can bop him through the wall. Let me turn him. He should be able to get closer. Yeah, there we go. And he's going to go to there. He can pivot around. Yeah, but if that's only if they're in coherency, basically if they're in engagement. Right, okay. Yeah. Like that, can't I? Yeah. Okay, fine. So. Behave. He's in there. Right, anyways. There they are. So, it's going to be 4 guys into your Great and Clean one, 3 guys into the Horrors. So, 12 attacks into your Horrors. There's no penalty to hits, so they're hitting on 3s. I'll re-roll the misses. So it's 11 wounding on... yours are 3 toughness, aren't they?
Double check. Yeah, doesn't matter the one is me.
Yeah, what they'd have to do is like
9,
swing this
9.
dude like a 1/4 inch over so that those guys are in coherency, I think.
4 gag. Cool, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay. 4. The blue holes that die, do they come back? Comment. 3. 1 comes back. Why you blue hole? No blue how do you call it? Blue hole. Awesome. My screamers. Okay. Will attack your guy, your wolfman, or the column.
Bro, Dr. Dank, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate you.
For force. Okay, what's your toughness 5. So on this, 2, epic 2 for damage 2.
Where's this?
Yeah. My
Alright.
screamers.
And these are all in the Wolfen.
Yeah. 2 saves, epic 2 damage 2.
2 4-ups. He's dead. No point me even trying to roll them.
Let's see, okay, I got it. Cool, and did you find your guys here?
Hey, nice.
I guess my...
Some support for life being in there? Hell yeah, dude.
Vegan.
Yeah, so there's the guy that was able to fight back. So it's 16 attacks anyways.
Yeah.
Rerolling. Oh no, the nopings are gone, so that's fine. So that's 4 lethals. And these will wound on 6s. Nothing, so just 4.
Take 1, damage 2, correct?
It's a little out of sequence, but I don't know if it actually really matters that much.
One
We're
damage.
basically keeping the dead guy there for the fight on death.
Here,
He was representing a fight on death, like on the stack, I guess. But theoretically, that should have happened earlier.
cool, my guys, they have 6 attacks.
Okay.
Awesome stuff. On this, and, okay. 5, 2, AP1,
2 AP1.
damage 1.
Save 1 to take.
Okay.
And this was the where was this? The wolf in here.
Yeah, the wolf and there.
Yeah, okay. So 1.
Cool. Belako is doing the 6 attacks. On this. On twos. Awesome. AP 2, AP 4.
Yeah, so
Oh.
it's just gonna be
D6 plus 1.
roll the damage. Because I
You
can't
feel no
save
pain?
them. I can't save them on the. Oh no, I don't feel no pain.
The
Yeah,
minimum
but you need D6 plus 1, so it's a minimum of 2, so it's
Okay.
just 3 dead blood claws.
Okay, cool. Scabag is attacking your Black veterans. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. 8 attacks. On 3. And on.
Oh, we forgot his bracket here.
Jesus. 4.
Four.
Oh, you have one
4.
of save.
I believe that's required.
Fail them all.
Okay, roll. It is a lot. It is a 3. Sorry, it is 1, 2. Jesus. 6, 2, 5, and 1.
Right, okay. Dead 1, 1 alive, 2 dead. You've killed 2,
dead, the one with
and 1 with a wound off.
correct.
Skybrand has +2
Look up
attacks
gold.
right now.
Sorry?
Skybrand has +2 attacks right now.
Yes, 8 attacks. In his
Yeah,
fight.
so he goes to 10.
No, I roll 8. Did I?
What?
Why 10 attacks?
When he's bracketed. He improves his attacks characteristic
He's
by 2.
bracketed. He's got 1 life left.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 more attacks to roll.
I have 2 more attacks.
Yeah. You are required to make all the attacks on your weapons. So.
Okay, cool. Sorry. 2 more saves.
Where's the grid unclean one? He's over here. He's just hanging out with Wolfman, just vibing, taking 0 damage.
Save 1, take 1. Roll damage.
Yeah, that was a weird one because like
3, so I'm okay.
Scarbrand does have to roll those.
Damage dice.
You aren't allowed to not make attacks with
Yes,
melee
I have
weapons.
go for the sweep, but anyways.
You select a target for your weapon, and then you roll all your attacks all at once. It's not like ranged weapons where you. Well, I guess ranged weapons you do the same
what do
thing,
you
but you can
score?
choose not to shoot them.
So I killed.
Well, this grid unclean one is. That's Ed. He can chill. He's also particularly effective here because this is a majority like strength 6 unit, so
Okay,
they're
I
just gonna do
scored a
nothing.
3 for that.
For the most part to him.
But I'll keep it.
Cool. I will also score defense control for 3.
Yep.
Cool, and my turn. Correct? So I hold 1, 2, 3. So I score 15 primary.
Oof.
Which one? Which is your other one that you're holding?
I hold.
You don't hold that because Bjorn's on it.
No. This one, mine, and this one.
Oh yeah, you do hold that. Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, so you've got 3.
For some reason. I don't ask me why.
Yeah, we just need a battle shock for the plague bearers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to take a back, so I will auto pass it.
Let me just-
Custodies, grav tanks make short work of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like pretty good.
CP.
Cool. And it will be sticky if it stays. So, character hold, I think you cannot do it. I cannot do it. Cleanse, engage, okay, and cleanse.
No, you can't do color horde. You'll need to. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What can I give you?
It's only 5 monsters, chat. Exclamation point lists in chat will get you the lists.
No, I can't play.
There you go. So the question here is whether King Kong Fury stays in melee here. If he does so, he can't shoot these units outside of the monsters themselves, and he sort of chills inside in melee there. Alright, start healing them. Yeah, that +1 for Shadow Chaos is going to be a big deal. +1 Battle Shock. This is also, I guess you'd have to choose at the beginning of the game, but it's a situation where you start to flip into Bellicor's reroll Battle Shock aura, so you start healing more consistently. The other thing is that we lose Lance, and we lose Ragnar Blackmane's charge bonus as well if the monsters stick in melee, although we also lose the full rerolls from Logan, so the crackback here is going to be significantly less powerful than we just saw. But I still think, like, Scarbrand will almost certainly go down to the Judiciary. I think he has to just leave combat, and we have to shoot that unit to death. Bellicor might be okay, especially if you can get anything else into that melee. But this is the downside of getting stuck in with demons here. And that's why it's not entirely really over for Space Wolves. That was a really bad sort of counterpunch turn. But I do think that the demons overextended a little bit. The Great Unclean One has a pretty good opportunity to just either mop up or just kind of like soak this whole side of the table and slowly attrition it down. The problem is these big bricks in the center, dealing with them, and then also having enough stuff to deal with Bjorn. The fight that you sort of want to have happen in this matchup is for Scarbrand to hit Bjorn and knock him out, because Scarbrand is very well suited to kill him. Unfortunately, we used him on a Lancer essentially, which didn't go quite to plan. Yeah, we had a rapid ingress for this Wolfen squad, which the Wolfen unfortunately have gone into these demon infantry units and just kind of been a little cucked on their invulnerable saves. We saw some crazy invulnerable saves rolled out for King Kong Fury on this unit of pink horrors in the center there, and that kept them alive. And the same thing just happened to the Plague Bearers, that they feel no pain from the Great Unclean One. So unfortunately, all that stuff just sort of like folded. We do have these 5 dudes in the back there. The 5 jump back assault intercessors that could, which may take this home objective if nothing stands on it.
Cool.
Take and hold with hidden supplies is the mission, chat. So 5 victory points for each objective marker you control in your command phase.
Over my units, you're probably going to have to take a desperate escape.
Oh, that's going to be a desperate escape.
All right, okay, that's fine. Say so away.
I believe so.
Scarbrand does not fly. That's
Does he fly?
Yeah, he does. He has fly.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll go there.
Scarbrand doesn't have fly.
He doesn't have fly.
No.
Now we think so. Go back.
His wings are broken. He can fall back over models. He will just have to take desperate escape.
Yeah, he won't. So I will fall back. I will just kill them with the old-fashioned way. So.
Yeah, the unfortunate part there is that the Desperate Breakout would get rolled inside Bjorn's aura, so because of the auto pass, you couldn't CP reroll it in that situation, which would be clench. But that's why Scarbrand's only move 8, not move 12 like all the other greater demons, because he's got broken wings. But that's also why he's so cheap. He's very inexpensive, and I think that's a cool place for him to stand. I think I'd fall Scarbrand back here. Because he's just dead to this Judiciary. If he stays in melee, there's no way. There's no way that guy doesn't die to the Judiciary. And then he doesn't get to fight, and then your opponent gets to kill him for free anyway. Just roll the dice. And then you get to shoot the Judiciary unit with a Lord of Change and make him go away. Yeah, you definitely roll that. You roll that out. Are we going to have a Lord of Change? Oh, he's got the sword. The Lord of Change is going to get that sword in on Logan Grimnar. Let's go. The fight that we always wanted. Everstave Lord of Change stabbing Logan Grimnar with a knife. Get him. Roll it and explode. Yeah. An explosion there would be disgusting. If you run back with Bellicor first, so it only hits like your Nurglings, a D6 explosion on your opponent's entire army might be game ending. So cleanse and engage on all fronts are the draws for King Kong Fury here. The cleanse is going to be tough. He can cleanse this bottom objective pretty easily with the flamers, but I think that's about all he can get done. Engage on all fronts shouldn't be too bad though, because he does have a Screamer unit in reserve that can drop in. We even have like a nice space like over here maybe. They just drop them in the back there where nothing can really fight them, and then they get to do whatever they want. Could you imagine if Scarbrand just detonated there? That'd be so nuts. It's just like casually 11 mortal wound your opponent's army. Call it a day. My co-commentator's here with some color commentary. Inky, what do you think about Scarbrand falling back here in this position? Do you think you would have fallen back with Scarbrand? Inky thinks that I'm not brushing her enough. I'm really curious we're playing very aggressively with our Tzeentch demons now, and that is going to be pretty obnoxious for these like low strength melee units to get through. I guess we also have like double shooting attacks potentially just into the Blood Claws in the center, which might, between those and Kairos' attacks, we may just kill enough of them that they're not really relevant anymore.
Okay.
I guess we might see the sword committed in on the Blade Guard veterans. It does have a pretty good profile killing Blade Guard veterans. We have 8 total 3 damage attacks. It's weird that the Lord of Change is probably the best profile, or at least the most efficient profile in the army at fighting Blade Guard veterans.
The Great King one will shoot in combat. His flail first. So this 6 +1 attacks. So 3. On 3, second. They are minus 1 toughness, guys, again. So his ability, Pascal on.
Yeah, so it's 3,
one.
so it's 1.
1.
1, 4.
No, damage 2.
Damage 2. And 1 dies.
Okay, and G6 plus Flamer for 5. Okay, for 5, Epic 2, damage 1, ignore cover by Gazamaki.
Okay, so 4 save.
Damage 1.
1 damage taken.
Cool. No. Scabag will shoot in combat your Black veterans.
Is this the butthole we're talking about here, champ?
So
Right up, right in there.
that Armor 2.
That's the thumbnail right there, I think. Delicious.
3 save. Cool. 2d6 for 10. So 9, EP0, damage 1.
9 3-ups.
Is that 9 from Scarbrand? Just straight up kills a guy? Scarbrand, you killed a guy with your gun? What? I'm gonna need you to calm down, young man. Wild.
Cool. Kairos overcharging and shooting the black claws.
Okay.
So it gives it +6 for 8. So +1 9.
Yep. I'm going to spend a CP to...
CP.
Oh, no, you've got to ignore cover on this one, haven't you? Oh, no, you don't. You don't.
Yeah, I don't have no cover, but it's
Yeah,
2 CP.
I'm going to go to Gret. Oh, it's 2 CP.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to suck it up.
So on 2s, and on 2's ability, yes. So AP 6.
So that's 7 6-ups.
All right, Kairos. He showed up today. He came to work prepared
That's
to
what we like to
get
see.
some work
Nope.
done.
3
4.
saved.
Okay, all 1 2 gig.
Yeah, just
Is
2.
it normal 1 gig?
Nope.
No, 2 gig. The hazard goose. I'm fine. Log of 6 will shoot the same squad. Overcharging. So 9 attacks are going for the sustained hits, which is relevant until now. Yeah.
Oh, man. Uh-oh.
I think it gives it correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me double check. But let me see. Sustained hits. Yeah, gives it. For
4 5.
no.
9 shots, 14 hits.
5 more.
Casual. Extremely
That's
casual.
on 2s. So 12.
And these are AP.
AP2.
And
I need
will not have
King
cover.
Kong Fury to teach me how to roll dice, dude.
AP2, so it's got
That was amazing.
Right, okay. So
Pushes all the graders forward. They all live.
3.
And then he comes back with like 20 loots on this unit with 2 Lords of Change. Oh my god.
It's a 12. Right, okay. I'll roll them 6 at a time because my other units have a 4 up in Bolden, but the Lieutenant doesn't.
Okay.
Because the problem is with it being D3, it's annoying because Ragnar's 4 up.
Cool. No worries.
I'll roll.
All right, Lord of Change, what do you got? Show us that damage.
I'll roll 7, and then I'll roll the other 5. So it'll be 5s. 1 saved.
Uh-oh.
Roll again. So that is 3 left going into Ragnar. No, you'll need to show the damage now.
How many go through?
So you'll need to roll
This.
6 damages, and then I'll have to see what happens with these 6 before I decide what I'm doing with the rest.
1, 2, 3, 4, and a half gig.
So 4.5 dead, so you haven't even gotten through the blood claws yet. So blood claw on 1. So I'll roll 3, and then it's 1 more. So save one, and I'll roll the last one. Save that one. So if you can roll 2 more damage rolls.
2 more dead.
Okay, so it's the last blood claw, and then it was 3 damage
Okay.
onto the lieutenant.
All right. Well, fair enough, Lord of Change.
Okay, that was my shooting.
Yep.
Charges.
The hazardous for
Lord
that guy, I
of
think, right?
Hazardous for Kairos. Oh, for the
Hazard?
Lord of Change.
Yes, fine. So, charges.
And Kairos is hazardous.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we rolled that one already.
Right, that's fine.
Yeah. So, Kairos is charging both units here.
Okay.
Yep. Lord of Change is charging the Black Arch Veterans.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. And no more charges.
I'm gonna heroically intervene,
Mm-hmm.
unless I can't because of that. But I'm gonna heroically intervene with Logan Grimnar into.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if the engagement ranges might stop
Just
it
double
here.
check that. Yeah,
No,
not
you're
within 12,
sacrificed.
so I'm fine.
Yeah, just watch out for the engagement ranges of the other 2 units there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, can he actually fit his base in between? No, he can't. So he can't go. That's annoying. Anyone else who can heroically intervene? No.
Yeah, there's no way.
Right, okay. So that is that.
He a small boy.
Yep, so
He a little
Charge is
small
done.
guy.
Yep.
Too small a
I
space
like
for him
that.
to squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Blade Guard veterans are going to kill Scarbrand.
Yeah, I wonder if like an 11
Yeah,
would have
that's
done it
fine,
if you like go
fine.
this way and then around, but
So Judicia
or like a 12 or
is
something. I don't
gonna
know.
Clap him.
I think it might have been a
all
technically
of them
possible
are
charge,
getting
but it would have
scuppered?
been. Yeah, he would have
All of
needed
them.
insane.
So I'll do the 8 attacks with the normal guys first.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be landing on. Where's your Nurglings? I'm not sure you're going to be within 6 anymore. You're not. So it's 3s.
I still have moved him phone, anyways.
Okay, no rerolls, but that's 1 lethal.
Could
And
give a
then
reroll
moving
once.
on 6s. That's 2 saves.
1.
2 damage.
Ooh, Scarby! I think
And
this might
5
be
attacks
curtains
from
for you,
the
buddy.
Judicia.
1-4 up on the Judy here. We'll do
That
it.
is 2 lethals.
Do we roll a 4 up? The lethals are actually kind of bad here.
And
He's much
a
better
4.
at swinging naturally. Oh no!
Failed. Okay, so 2 saves.
Oh, he lives! Are you kidding me?
Bad.
Scarbrand lives! Oh no!
All saves on Scarbrand have been really annoying.
That might do it. Holy shit! Okay, that's really bad. Yeah, that's how we say in the biz. Super duper bad.
Yep.
On 3, on 2s. For my life, only 1.
On the infiltrators,
Yeah, epic 2 for 23, so
it's a 5 up.
5 up what you get.
Fine.
Awesome.
Well, you know, there's something. These infiltrators, to be fair, have been out damaging most of the dedicated melee units in this army. So
Attacking your guy.
hopefully we can keep those guys going.
So first the extra attacks. Actually, doesn't matter. Not really. I will roll them all together, 8 attacks. Because you have 4 up in vulnerable save. The executioner works his save.
Xia has the 4 up invulnerable save on
As
in
well.
melee, so it's 4 up the whole lot.
Okay, so all together. So on 3s,
Ooh,
and on 3s, 3, or your vulnerable save.
Save 2.
1 dead. Cool. And can I go to the objective or I have to go? I guess I'm okay. Actually. Yeah. And knock out the charges. You fight. You choose.
So
You gotta roll out the
I will
infiltrators, right? Yeah, we
kick
got.
Scarbrand
We
with the
gotta do that.
infiltrators.
You get. Come on,
So
baby.
15 attacks. Okay, good roll. So these will be within 6, so it'll be 4s.
Mhm.
That is
Oh,
4
good
lethals.
start.
No.
And 6s. The 5
5 saves. We got to make 4 out of 5 big ones in Scarbrand. No big deal.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Go explode. No, we don't.
All right. Well, we finally got him. It took
On you, Kairos.
a lot of work,
Henry.
but he did die before he
The
killed
clean
the
one,
entirety of the
attack your
Space Marine army by
guys,
himself.
So.
Jesus.
Okay, one more time. 6 attacks.
Oh no!
Nothing.
The dice giveth
Okay.
and the dice taketh away. 5 ones to wound
so
there?
I will.
Jesus. All right. I no longer want
I'll
Kinkern
make
Fury to
Kairos.
teach me how to roll.
So
His
He's
dice have
in
come back
here
around in the way that only the
within
Chaos
an
Demons
inch.
can.
So the lieutenant's going to hit first. 5 attacks. What's Kairos's toughness?
10, 11, 10.
10. Okay. And he lands on 2s. He is not within 6 inches. Based on that aura.
Mhm.
Just.
Uh,
Can you do it from that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he is in within 6. So it'll be 3s to land. And it'll be 6s to wound. Okay, so just 1 save on him.
so one save.
1 save.
No? Damage.
2 damage.
2, correct?
And then Ragnar's going to hit with 8 attacks. And these are going to land on 2s because he's not in range. And that's
Are
a
they the same
sustain.
unit?
No, they're not the same unit. They're separate. Because you
And-
killed the bodyguard.
Yeah, okay, got it.
So that stays in. 1 lethal so far, and these will wound on 5s. So that is 2 saves. At AP a lot.
2, 1.
2.
You want
With the lethal as well.
Takes
2
1,
damage.
damage 2. Correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, and these will pile into the Great Unclean One. He can't actually reach.
You know what, Chad? I think some of these have to go towards the brimstones.
They do, which means that there's no way I can keep them in coherency.
Or you can stay
But can I move
as you
him?
were.
Can I move him back, Troddy? Because he wasn't technically base to base. This guy.
Yeah, he can be there, yeah.
Right. It's just because obviously he has to be in coherency. Because basically the rule doesn't apply if coherency can't be maintained.
No. You just
Well,
don't move if you can't maintain coherency.
Right. Well, he can move to there for coherency.
So you had coherency at the start, right? Because you had a guy here. He was here.
Yeah, but if they
and he was here.
have to pile into them.
Models are not obligated to pile in.
Right. Okay.
So if the guy piling towards the brimstones would pull you out of coherency, then he doesn't move.
Right. Okay. So they can't move.
Yeah.
Right. That's fine. So
I think one of them can, because one guy, like this guy, is already in coherency here, and he can already fight.
yeah. So he
Yeah.
can go.
But if this guy pulls any farther away, he'd pull these guys out. Yeah.
Right. So I'll have 4 attacks into him, into them basically. Are they still in engagement of Bjorn as well?
Yeah, and this guy should be within an inch, right? Because he fought last turn.
You know,
Yeah,
they
I would-
should be in engagement of them, of him. Okay.
They're definitely in engagement.
Okay, cool.
So 4 attacks into the brimstone. And only one goes. Wounding on a 2. 1 wound.
One dead.
Okay, and Bjorn.
No,
Oh no, because I'm not in engagement now, am I? No, I am.
Yeah, Bjorn's a big boy. He right there.
So
What's up, tiny little guy?
6.
Dude, I love Brimstone Horrors, chat. This might be one of my favorite models.
One
in 40K.
lethal.
Look at these little fuckers.
And yeah, 5 saves.
And they're about to be squished. Goodbye, Brimmies.
Go.
3 guys into the Great Unclean One. So 12 attacks. Okay. And they 1 lethal. And 10 wounding on 6s. That is 3 into the Great Unclean One. 2 damage.
Nothing.
And you saved them. Of course you did.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're not in engagement anymore, so they can't fight. They have all fought. They've fought. Yeah, I think that's all fights done.
Okay, I scored 2 from cleans and 4 from engage.
Yep. And
Okay.
I score assassination on your turn.
So pass the turn.
Okay, and that is now sustained. Oh no, it's not, because their character didn't kill your guy. So I don't have sustained yet. Cull the Horde, I'm guessing you have nothing I can do it with.
No, nothing.
All right, we are top of 4 here for
Nomad,
Space Wolves. They're
Cleanse.
down 11.
Primary wise,
Cleanse Secure is pretty
Infiltrate
good.
on
We
that,
have
so it's
that one
still
basically
mine.
locked in
Yours
right
on this
now
one's
in these
mine,
2
so I get
center
15 primary.
objectives. Cleanse is a little tough because we have to take a turn off with some of these units. Might be worth even redrawing that.
Okay.
This one's key.
Okay, so I am going to... Let's see. So those Screamers fly pretty far. Okay, so my Intercessors are going to move.
With your movement, I'm coming back in a minute.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, it's only only 4 CP. Yeah, I agree. It's too few. Indeed. We can cleanse. Oh, we do need some battle shocks, I think. I give a battle shock to take on the lieutenant and the
Yeah,
Blade
on
Guard.
the Blade Guard vets. They pass.
And the lieutenant.
Lieutenant. He passes.
Look at him go. What a boss. There you go, chat. Easy. So the Blade Guard could just peel out and cleanse the center if we just want to get the points. You could also cleanse with like Bjorn, I guess, in the middle there too. Or the Ballistas.
Okay.
Although the Ballistas is pretty valuable, just like hammering missiles into Lords of Change. Active secured fight versus the OC0 enemy is incredibly funny. The the Plague Bear is just locking in this objective while being killed by infinite numbers of Wolfen is very good. I think at this stage you have to just accept that Ed is never going to die. You have to use these guys to kill your opponent's utility, so they can't score with them anymore. But Ed lives, I think, here. Realistically, he probably should have killed that Wolfen unit already, but he did have some bad dice last turn. Or at least most of the Wolfen unit. That's in the center. May see a cleanse here with the Ballistas. Looks like we are taking an objective with it.
I'm going to spend a CP to fall back to charge Ragnar.
2 CP.
That's fine, I'll spend the 2.
Ragnar could go for Be'lakor here. Oh, he's going for it. So he loses his leadership ability, but that's not the end of the world. He loses the extra attack from the blood claws, but he does get his additional attacks base. So he's swinging 10 lethal hits. Lethal and sustains on strength 8. It's pretty good. We may be able to get some work done with the jump pack assault intercessors here too, if they get some impact attacks in as well. So we can sort of gum up the works for this demons. The downside is that we do have to score. We have to make up that score deficit, especially since King Fury is bottom 5 scoring here. Love that both players just traded a 15-point turn too. We saw almost an entire battle round of 15-point turns back and forth. We may just see both players max their primary and then call it a game on secondaries, which should give demons the edge, because demons are incredible on secondaries.
Right, okay. Too much procrastinating. We're just going to go for it. So, grenade launchers from them into the Plague Bearers.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, we've traded basically hammer blows on both sides here, Chad. It's been a roller coaster.
Wounding on 5s.
Wow,
3.
That's a sad time. Those are so many 6s.
Ballistus is shooting the Lord of Change.
Shooting with the ballistus, not cleansing. I kind of feel like we're scrounging for points right now.
Be'lakor is the Oath, by the way, as well.
Okay.
Right, reroll because Lord of Change is above half health. Fails again. And it'll be wounding on 4s. Wounds.
Damage.
D6.
Oh,
D6.
nice. A good missile.
And 2 las cannon shots. Both wound. Both land. Wounding on 3s. Both wound.
Uh-oh. Are we about to see a ballistus moment here? Only one goes. Alright, we don't randomly one tap something 3 times our points value with a ballistus right now.
I will skip it all go on. No? Damage?
3.
Cool.
Okay, and the 4, the 2 little shots are going to Lord of Change as well. So it'll be, yep, and 6s. Nope, fine. Okay, and
could reroll those if we wanted.
we'll shoot
those
the
are twin linked.
Infiltrator's pistol.
The hilarious thing about ballistus dreadnoughts is
we're
that
not-
little twin linked bolter
don't-
ends
I
up
can't-
doing more damage than
that's
most of
fine.
its other guns.
So, I'm just going to go straight to charges. Oh no, shooting here. Intercessors are going to shoot their 10 shots into the Screamers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, 10 and then their grenade launcher. So, 3s. And your toughness.
Toughness 4.
4, so 4s.
Sometimes all you need is 1
That's
damage.
only
It's
1
true.
at AP 1.
Man, imagine if these were new intercessors
Okay,
who just
grenade,
ripped 20 shots out
crack.
here.
Lands. Wounding on a 2. Wounds.
No damage?
Fail. It is D3. Good roll.
Ah,
2
missed
damage.
it by 1.
Cool.
Okay.
Those screamers do have the capacity to muck up the intercessors
Yawn
in melee,
is gonna
but they
shoot
do have to get
Blast
lucky on
Cannon,
their
the
hit
Lord
rolls.
of Change. And his flamer can't shoot anyone. So. Oh no, it can shoot Kairos. That's fine. Flame into Kairos. Do that first. 2 shots. Winning on 6s. Yeah, fails. Las cannon into the other guy, landing 2, and that fails 2. Fantastic. Charges Ragnar into Be'lakor.
Okay.
Go get him, buddy.
Makes it.
Next, probably wild. Half the armies will be Ultramarines. Listen, as a dedicated Ultramarines player myself, who definitely has liked Ultramarines forever.
Oh no, hang on.
Can
The Assault Intercessors, they're going to cleanse, and because they didn't shoot, and that's the only unit I can do anything with. Brilliant. Okay, so that's fine. Bjorn into Kairos.
Meet the non-Ultramarine players in the bottom bracket, yeah. Sad but true.
He's in.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta ruthlessly murder people with broken mechanics that are stupid.
And the
is incredibly dumb.
Lord of Change.
I think right now we're seeing Star Shatter being like the mode of play. No cleanse from the Blade Guard veterans or the Ballistas, but the Ballistas did shoot for 9 damage, so we can't be too upset about it.
So the Flamers. Okay, good like that. I'm +1 scared, so on this. So, come on. 7 AP1, Gamax 1.
Okay, so...
Oh, loses the Blade Guard veteran.
So
that pulls the Judiciary's re-rolls here. Ouch. It's a little dangerous.
Okay, and Logan is now going to charge through onto Lord of Change. He's going to split charge all 3 so he can cross the...
Look at him go.
I'll just do that. No, because, yeah, you'll have to go equidistant. And any other charges? Oh, these Wolfen are going to split charge the Great Unclean One and the Plague Bearers. Oh, that rolled 3 dice. Hang on, I'll re-roll it. 5. They're in.
Loving Deathwatch right now. Space Marines are cool. Yeah, for sure. I'm actually kind of into Deathwatch too. If I can't make some sort of bizarre monster mash work, then we're I think I'm in on Deathwatch. I have all the Marines now to play with them, and they're much classier than playing Ultramarines. It feels like I actually have to put effort into the game instead of just like rubbing my face on the keyboard and drooling my way to victory.
Fight. I'll start with the Judiciary into the...
Which Ultramarine version is the best to face Star Shatter? That's a good question. I'm not sure yet.
Attacks.
I'd need to see more games against Star Shatter to really internalize what the strongest stuff is.
4 plus devs. That's 2 devs, so that's 4 damage as dev and 1 save to make.
No, so 6 damage in total.
I almost wonder if it's... Because it's non-Titanic stuff. I wonder if like an infantry spam is the way to go. So you're doing like a bunch of intercessors and or Star Guard veterans or something.
Yeah.
So maybe a Librarius Conclave actually would be funny.
6 attacks on his sweep. That is a lethal. And he will wound on 5s. So that's 2 saves.
188 versus 80 versus Star Shatter? Hell yeah, dude.
Oh,
was that the game you were playing this morning? I watched the beginning of that game, but then I had to go record stuff.
Bjorn into Kairos, landing on 4s.
Nice. Hell yeah. Way to go, Admech.
Oh no, sorry, landing on 3s for Bjorn. 1 lethal, wounding on a 3.
Take the exotic cargoes on this. -1, anyways.
Bjorn doesn't get affected by the Nurglings because he's a vehicle.
Does he not?
Yeah.
Is it only infantry?
No.
It's non-vehicle monster, yeah.
Right, okay. So
I think he had another one in there. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 3 saves to make.
Hello?
3 damage each. That's 9.
Oof.
Cool.
Oh, this is the demons that I remember. Everyone in melee dies instantly.
It's going to slap Bellicor. So it's going to be 10 attacks at strength 8. And I am going to spend my last 2 CP to make sure Bellicor dies. So he's now got +1 AP and Lance, so he'll be wounding on 4s. Okay. So 10 attacks. 2s. That's 3 lethals.
Oh man.
And
Okay.
3 sustains. And 4s. So that is 6 saves.
All right, Bellicor. You just gotta roll 4 out of 6. Nope, you
Six,
fucking
four.
died. 4 out of 6 the other way.
You explode.
Goodbye, Bellicor.
So
He blows up.
guy.
Oh, that's not gonna do enough damage.
Gets
He
sick.
can't
So
kill an entire
the
assault
guy gets
intercessor
sick
squad, so that's not gonna do it.
for 2 to the squad.
Man, this turn turned around in a big way. We were kind of calling it for demons there, but they did not do enough last turn. And holy crap, have they been punished for it? We are down to a third of a Kairos and Ed.
You have the here on the Gaga
Yeah, that's squad. So I've got 1. So it was a full 10 brick of Wolfen. I'll put 3 guys into the Plague Bearers and 7 into the Great Unclean One. So
Just have to worry
7's gonna
about time
be
now.
28 attacks. And they're all lethals. And these will wound on 5s. No, 6s, sorry. Okay, so that is 11 saves into the Great and Clean one.
11 to the Gaga one.
11
4.
to the Great and Clean.
Lol. Kill you with him.
Fucking
but I cannot
Ed.
die.
God damn it.
Well, so takes 1.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hit with the 2 guys into the Plague Bearers, 8 hits.
Star Shatters with the Templars were whining about wanting.
Okay, so 4.
Wait, are Tau players upset at their
wounded
Grotsmith
on
detachment?
3s. So 2 saves.
First of all, you can't be upset that you didn't get one of the best
Well,
detachments in like ever printed for the edition. Second of all, Auxiliary Cadre is fucking insane.
And 6 attacks. Another 1 lethal. And these will wound on 4s. That's 3 saves in the Plague Bearers.
Damage?
1 apiece.
Sorry?
1 apiece on this one.
Lol, alive?
1 Plague Bearer alive.
Fucking what?
Cool.
Okay.
I strike back,
Your
Kairos.
decision.
Yeah. 3 attacks to Lieutenant, with the Infiltrators, to the Lieutenant.
Oh, and he's gonna go back to there.
1 to the Lieutenant. Epic 2.
Just the
And,
1.
A lot of Tau players are whining about not
So
getting a
5
big
up.
vehicle detachment.
Yeah, go.
Makes it.
I mean, you could just play vehicles in Auxiliary Cadre. Just play anything in that
The squad.
detachment.
Also, at the end of last turn, I earned 6 of Feel No Pains, so I get 6 of Feel No Pain army wide. So how many damage is that?
With
attack?
4 minutes on your clock, I'm not sure a 6 of Feeling Pain is
4.
really what you want here.
Okay, that's... Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
That's fine.
To the squad.
He's unhappy about it?
Carola failed. Cool.
Jesus Christ.
The scream. Your guy.
Auxiliary Cadre's
And,
like insane, dude.
Oh, so works it
That's so funny.
5.
Imagine being upset you got Auxiliary
Two.
Cadre,
Epic 2
dude.
damage 2.
So 2 4-ups.
Mm-hmm. Takes 2.
1. 2 damage.
Yeah. The flamers. They have 6 attacks, but they do it. 9 attacks.
Yeah, the Space Wolf players are all like, all right, dude.
So 3 2-ups.
Spending so many points on crew.
Take 2. Oh, I get 6 of Feel No Pain, of course.
I mean, you could
So I save 1 of those, and I'm just going to roll it again.
like just play a different detachment
Yeah,
then. I
so
don't know. Yeah.
I just take 1 extra wound. He's on 3.
Cool. And
Yeah, and it's me for the infiltrators.
Yeah, yeah.
So 15 attacks into Kairos. Five lethals.
Minus 1 to hit.
Yeah. And 6s. So that's 6 saves.
Takes 2.
Yep.
Cool. The Grega clean one to the Rookie squad.
Yeah. the squad that hasn't attacked yet, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So 4.
Yep.
Epic 2, Gamma D6.
Save 2.
For 4 and 4.
4 and 4. I'll just assume it's 2 dead Wolfen. So flip and flip. I'll roll the fight on deaths.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if only you could play a
Don't
bunch
fight
of
on
crisis suits in auxiliary cadre and give them all +1 AP
Cool,
and like rerolls.
It depends. I might have just killed them incorrectly. I did. I've moved myself out of
I
engagement.
have my 1 black.
You have your plague bearer.
Yeah, cool. AP1, 0-1.
Yeah, it's too bad that breachers are bad for sure.
Save them.
Okay, cool. I can fight with if you have anything else.
I don't have anything else.
Cool.
And neither do you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is my turn over. I'll pass it over to you.
What do you score?
So score is
2.
I get 2
so-
for cleanse and 5 for secure no man's.
Cool. Kairos, Bucklesock. He's passive, he heals DC.
1.
Only 1. The Black Bears, Bucklesock.
And at
the
the end of
passive-
that turn, just to make you aware, my Wolfen have 1 OC now.
Okay, I pick the
Ragnar Blackmane fulfills the saga because I took that objective with Ragnar Blackmane, which means a character took your home objective, which increases the OC of my entire army by 1 per model. So the Wolfen now control that objective. You do not score primary for it.
Okay, I didn't know that. Krevi, I pick back gifted models or gifted rules with the Black Bears. I do.
The battle line brings back D3 models.
Okay, so I still can get it. Because I have now 3 models, they are okay a lot. Yeah, still have it. Cool, like I have
a little
one,
cheer,
I
though,
score-
Chad.
You score 10 on primary.
Tom, no prisons. Okay, awesome.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay!
You have this one.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Πάλι θα φυλάμε, προφανώς. Cool. No prisoners.
So no prisoners, storm hostile, or the draws for King Kong Fury. Kairos did pass his battle shock, so he could just fly over Bjorn and take this objective back, and that's an easy storm. Although I think Ragnar kills him too, which would be funny. Oh, actually, the plague bearers, I believe,
Okay.
satisfy the conditions for storm. The Wolfen controlled this at the start, and then the plague bearers respawned on it and retook it. So I believe that the storm is already complete. So it's not, and it's
Cool,
then just
I
up to
will
no
fly
prisoners.
over them.
Trevi,
What's the question?
Well,
if
one more time.
Plague has satisfied the condition for Storm, that means that he mustn't have controlled it and therefore can't score the 5 for primary, surely?
You score primary at the end of your command phase.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so they regenerate before the primary is
Temporarily,
checked.
it classes as him taking control at basically during the command phase.
Yeah, so at the end of the fight phase, you controlled it. Then Storm Hostile was drawn, and then the Plague Bearers respawned.
Okay.
So I lose the banner.
So you will.
Yeah.
They do that at the end of the command phase as well, I believe. So they will keep the sticky objective on it.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was gone for the fight phase, and now it's back.
Yeah.
We traded control of the objective for exactly one phase of the game. Didn't we check OC Dash getting any kind of OC? Yeah, OC Dash doesn't, but I believe that the Wolfen are explicitly OC 0, which means you can add modifiers to it. Oh, I'm not sure. Ooh, they might be OC dash.
Cool.
I have to look up their datasheet, chat. Ugh.
The Greater Clean One will shoot your weapon here. For lol.
Yeah, new recruit's lying to me here. This is their OC0. Let's look at their index.
Now these guys are so the same guys are -1 toughness. So 1, epic 2
Saved.
normal, and the flame D6 plus 3. So 9. Of course.
Yeah, their OC0 in the index. That's an error on Wahapedia.
Yeah, so the
No,
flame has
see?
strength 5, so it's 3.
No,
So,
3, happy 2, damage 1, ignore cover, but you don't mind.
Let me,
take
I'm gonna report that as an
and
error.
Only take 1 damage.
Good thing we checked, though.
This is into the squad that you're in combat with, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
No, this squad.
Oh, that squad. Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
So I'll just knock him down by 1. Fine.
Cool. The flamers will shoot Logan. They have advance and fallback and shoot. So this guy here, if you mind. So, does he have the +1 scare? Give me a sec. Come on. No. So he has a marker, so that. Cool. So, what's the toughness of?
I wonder if I have my Tau Codex. This might be worth looking at, actually, chat. If that's also an error that's repeated somewhere else, then I might be misreporting.
Okay.
Do you go make
That would be embarrassing.
No, it's fine. So it's 2
I don't
attacks
know where my Tau Codex is.
into
though.
the Judicia. 1 damage each.
No, the 12 attacks. The flamers.
Right, okay, fine.
Oh, 4. So 7 AP1, damage 1.
7 AP 1, damage 1. So 7. That rolled wrong. It's rolled 8.
Chant, Crude Hounds are also OC0 in the Codex.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an error on
Carlos is shooting,
on Wahapedia.
Shooting, Logan.
Yep.
So not of charging. So D6 plus 3. 7.
And who's he shooting at?
Logan.
Logan. Okay, so you'll be hitting on 3.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Out of 3s, yeah.
I think fortifications are OC0.
2s. Oh, let me double check.
Or OC dash?
No, on 3. So only 2.
I'm not sure.
This guy.
2
I'd
AP.
have to check.
AP2, I believe. Yeah, AP2.
Well,
So 4 ups, 1 saved, 1 taken. How many damage?
that's awkward.
Get
That's a
it?
big error on Wahapedia. That's huge, actually.
For 2, awesome stuff.
Man, so you can give Crude Hounds +1 OC. That's wild.
For my life, the screamers will attack your intercessors. For charge. For a 10.
Yeah, so they're charging. That's fine. Okay.
Come on. Can do it. Cool.
So if you have the reason that the OC matters is if you have a characteristic replacement effect, so like you become OC1, then you can give it to them. If you have a characteristic modifier effect, like +1 OC, it doesn't work on them, which is why the 0 versus
both
dash
saved.
is matters a lot. Yeah, Crude Hounds are fucking nuts.
No
in
other
this
charge
campaign.
is made, so I can choose where I want to clap first.
Correct.
So I am gonna clap Kairos with Bjorn.
Okay.
6 attacks landing on 3s. Okay. And wounding on 3s. That's 2.
No, damage.
3 apiece, he's dead.
No, go on. Guys. So, stone
you.
crystal objective, I will take it for 4.
Are you not hitting with the Great Unclean One in melee?
Ah, yeah, okay, carry on. I will attack your Wolfen.
Okay.
6 attacks.
All the demons are gone, chat.
Jesus Christ.
They will be up on points and have bottom 5 scoring and the time advantage though, so it is
4 AP.
2.
life bane's gain to lose here. Oh,
Okay, 2
this game is really
saves.
good actually.
5 and 2.
5 and 2, so I'll just roll the 2. Don't spike 6, 2 guys die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I clap back, so it's 8. So that's 32 attacks. Lethals and sustains now.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 lethals, 4 sustains. And it'll be 6s, so it's 9.
Oh man. That was a terrible roll. There's no way Ed dies here though, right? Nah, it's okay.
7 damage.
Cool, and I score 4, and so I keep no prisoners. I will for the time being, and I pause again.
Okay, bring it down. And containment.
Oh my god, that's such a baller draw, chats. Although, I don't know if we can contain very well. Oh, actually, we can. We can contain this corner with the jump pack intercessors. We can contain this corner with Bjorn. Pass the turn, score 6 on that. Attack Ed a bunch of times and see if you kill him. If you do, you score additional 4, and I think that that's game for Space Wolves.
You did attack if you want against my screamers.
So I'm going to contain over there. I'm going to move Ragnar here to hold your home. I am going to battle... I'm going to auto pass Logan Grimnar. I'm going to move him. He's 5 inches.
Cool, I will overwatch with my flamers.
If they get the 1 kill, that's going to be no prisoners for King Kong Fury. Oh, 7 attacks! That's not good.
Might just killed him here.
Uh-oh.
3, AP1. 1 damage.
Okay, buddy, what do you got? 3 3s. He passes them.
2.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And they can move 12, so they'd actually move to that edge, thinking about it. So that's fine. So they're both going to contain, because it's within
I
9.
think that it might be
Contain and contain.
Space Wolves getting the game here. That was a 3 objective control
down
here.
Is really just a great unclean one.
So he would score 15.
So I'm going to move Bjorn. I'm going to move the Ballistus. So he's still on the objective, holding that one. I score 15 in primary. And...
you had 1, 2. You say, sorry, never mind.
Yeah, I still own the home, and I didn't clap back at you on the home as well, which I'm going to do now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 12 close combat.
Minute left here.
2 lethals, 2 sustains. And it's going to be...
I don't think they could all be in range.
Yeah, because the thing is that it piled in. Okay, I wouldn't have gotten 1 in, realistically.
Yeah.
So I'll re-roll it. So it would be 9. With the extra 2. Okay, so that is 1 lethal, 1 sustained. And these will wound on 4s. Okay, so that's going to be 6 saves. Okay, 3 power fists. All land. And these will wound on 2s. All wound.
Σωθεί.
Yeah.
Και αυτό.
He's dead.
Takes 1, sorry.
Yeah, so he's down to 1.
Takes 2 damage.
Okay, so back to this turn. Ballistus is going to shoot the Great Unclean One. Your small shots are going to go into the Plague Bearers. Going to spend the other CP to fall back the Wolfen.
Just watch your clock. You have 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know. Wolfen are going to charge... I haven't got time, so I'm going to quick roll against the Great Unclean One.
Mm-hmm.
He's Great Unclean One's the Oath as well, so... And it is re-rolling 2, wounding 2 wounds on the Great Unclean One.
Save 1 damage.
Damage is 6 plus 1, so 7.
Takes 5.
Okay, re-rolling. And wounding on... They don't wound. Okay, fine. Charges, Wolfen charge into the...
Yeah, that's
charge.
time.
Yeah, okay.
He timed on the ballistas shot. So score your... And you score this turn out, so you get containment for 2 corners, it looks like.
Yep, so 6.
Yep. And then that would be your turn.
Okay. Well, so they wouldn't have moved. So they
Right.
would have
Yeah, they're just chilling.
fallen back.
Yeah.
So they take that objective anyways from him.
Cool, but I scored my of my objective, I don't mind. So,
So time's all on you now.
yeah, I already used my, how do you call it? Sabotage. Okay, so...
Sabotage is worth 3. So if King Kong Fury can find a 15 in here, or if you can get a kill with the Great Unclean One on the little squad, he will take the objective away from the...
Sabotage?
He'll take the center objective away. So he could get 10 on the center objective and the one that the Plague Bearers are on, assuming they pass their Battle Shock check.
I will have a battle shock for the Black Bears.
Which he
Okay,
does.
they're fine. Give him Mogul back. For one Mogul,
It's another
that's
guy,
enough.
which I think will take
Because
it.
I'll put them on the objective. Take the objective. He will stay skill. He will fall back because I knock. They will fly over. No, they must do the action.
Oh, so they're taking this one. So we should have a 15 for King Kong Fury here, which would be up to 83. And if he's... Oh, he had sabotage, not containment. So he has to sabotage here for 3, which would be a tie. If he kills 1 unit, he wins.
And if I do one more sabotage, I cannot do it. I have to kill 1 unit, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa, man. This fucking game, chat.
Come on.
If the Wolfen had killed the Guo, that would have been, I think, game the other way.
I will go for the Zuki, how they call them? This guy?
Okay.
And I think you tried to do this ride by with the Screamers, too.
Yeah.
We should ride by the
I don't
Screamers.
see, so...
Nope. All right, not
So
doing
the
it.
dice... For...
Is this gonna be a tie?
11.
No way.
Do you have any AP on these? No, nothing.
No, AP1. I did not recover.
Okay. Armor of Contempt.
Okay.
In that case, yeah.
Cool. On 4.
Basically, King Kong Fury has to
No.
kill a single unit to score no
So
prisoners
9?
to win the game.
9. 3 ups.
See ya.
I feel no pain.
So feel no pain.
No, belly gag.
Sorry, it wasn't turned over. So I turned it over now, and I'll CP reroll.
You cannot repeat all the feel no pain.
Oh no, you can't. That's right. That's fine. So yeah, so he is dead.
Cool, and that's the end of my turn. I score another prisoners.
That's
And I
the
win by
result,
2,
chat.
if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
No,
my
you won.
god.
I needed two minutes more
Yeah.
to basically win that game.
Yeah.
Hot diggity damn,
At
chat.
the time.
That is what it is. Good game, dudes.
Oh, that was a close one.
Yep.
I mean, the Great Jacqueline one is tanky, but he cannot kill shit.
No.
It was miserable.
Gotta take the knife on that guy. Little knife. That gets the work done. God.
But okay, he holds the 2 units of Wolfen, so okay.
Yeah.
I'm not confident.
Yeah, it's awkward that they have like such an awkward time fighting him too, because they just have to sit there for the entire game and roll a million attacks and do very little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would much rather fight somebody who's toughness 11, please.
Yeah.
But the lethal hits was doing pretty good work.
Literally 2 minutes more, and I would have charged the Plague Bearers, killed them, and it would have been a different game. But that's what happens when you go into turn 5 with 2.5 minutes on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
So, is what it is.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the game, you two, and congratulations to both of you for getting into the finals, and King Kong Fury for taking it down.
Yeah, thanks. When is the season end?
When's the season end? It should be June.
Oh, we have time. Okay.
Yeah, plenty of time. Yeah, we're on 1 year cycles right now, so yeah, we'll have it in. We're only about halfway through this season.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Well, it's been a
Okay.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks for the game, man.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you too.
I will probably see you next pod. Okay. So, good night. Bye-bye.
Cheers. All right, chat. Well, there it is. Yeah, it's unfortunate the timeout there, but it was taking a little while. And it's what it is. That does happen occasionally. But good to know for the future. The next time around, rock it a little bit quicker. Practice some games on the clock. It definitely helps. It was going to be a close thing too. Yeah, these guys would have to kill the Plague Bearers. And that stops King Kong Fury from getting the last primary point. However, I think he could have pushed for a sabotage here with these Screamers. And that would have been 6. And then the Flamers will take an objective. The Great Unclean one, if he doesn't die, should take an objective, theoretically. And I guess it would have been up to Bjorn to kill him. So he might have gone down. If the Great Unclean One and the Plague Bearers both die, it's definitely over for sure. But I do think it was an interesting game to watch because we kind of see what happens when demons play hyper aggressive. They don't really have the defensive profiles to survive very long. I was surprised when King Kong Fury came out so hard with Scarbrand and the Lords of Change because obviously they survived for a round, which was very impressive, and then they immediately died the next turn, which is about what I expected to see. I think a lot more cagey play from King Kong Fury, maybe dropping the Lord of Change up here like I talked about earlier, and we could just vaporize a Wolfen squad and then sort of play the game out from there. Would have felt, I think, a little bit more reasonable. But as it stood, he got way up in there, but remains unpunished because his opponent wasn't able to quite kill him. So that is going to be the game this time around. So let's go ahead and complete out the prediction.